This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melanie Ricks with your news update. Milwaukee police say that a 7-year-old boy and a 13-year-old boy were on a school bus when it was struck by gunfire Tuesday afternoon. It happened as the bus was traveling eastbound on Meineke near 15th Street just before 3 p.m. Fortunately, no one on the school bus was seriously injured. Police are still searching for suspects. Anyone with any information is asked to contact Milwaukee Police at 414-935-7360, or to remain anonymous, you can contact Crime Stoppers at 414-224-TIPS. You can also use the P3 Tips app. A Milwaukee man was charged on Monday in connection to a hit and run that left a mother of 4 and her dog dead in October. Calvin Eugene Gardner was charged with 1 felony count of hit and run resulting in death. The deadly hit and run happened on Thursday, October 20th of 2022 near Appleton and Silver Spring. Police say that a 40-year-old woman, Nikki Blanc Boringer, was hit by a driver while walking her dog around 11 p.m. The mother of 4 was pronounced dead on the scene. Her dog also later died from his injuries. A cash bond of $5,000 was set for Gardner on Tuesday. He returns to court on June 12th for a preliminary hearing. If convicted, Gardner faces a maximum of 25 years in prison and a $100,000 fine. The Locust Street Festival is back for the first time since 2019. Set to take place this Sunday, June 11th, they are also going to be welcoming back the Locust Street Beer Run. The run is happening right before the festival, and it's a 1.6-mile run that stretches through River West with 4 lakefront beer stops along the route at different businesses. The run begins at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday, and you can register on the same day. The festival itself takes place from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Locust Street from Humboldt Street to Holton. The festival is free for all. For more information, you can visit their website at locuststreetfestival.org. This was the news update on 1017 The Truth. The Tori Lowe Show is next here on the new 1017 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tory Lowe want all the action, or you want all the smoke? Oh, this thing, I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Sure, no, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed, this is the Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth and the Truth app.
The reason I believe that racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20 to 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey Tori, man, how are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tori Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 1-7 the truth, Tory Low. Tory Low Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action. And nothing but that action. And I want all the smoke. Who wants to smoke today? Salute to my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues. The movement continues. Hey, how you doing, Benjamin? It's amazing. And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land, Truth Nation? Hometown Music Thursdays, hosted by your boy, Benjamin. Hey, look, we got guests. We got guests in the building, Hometown Music Thursdays. An artist from Milwaukee. Puerto Rican.
It's Puerto Wiccan.
Puerto Wiccan.
Yup.
Puerto Wiccan.
Yup. Like a Puerto Rican, but a Wiccan.
And you know what? I look at the concept and it sounds like Puerto Rican and Wiccan.
Yup. It's exactly what it is. I'm a Puerto Rican Wiccan.
Okay. What is Wiccan?
A Wiccan is basically a witch. So somebody who practices with like
what? Wow. You a witch? What you mean?
So somebody who practices with herbs, who practices with deities, kind of like the whole shebang, seances and rituals and all
like the Illuminati or something? I mean, what? Ben Jeremy. Hey.
I mean,
okay, so, hey, so what is a typical idea of something that a Wiccan would do?
So I feel like publicly it's misconstrued a lot. We're often viewed as evil, but we really just believe in intention. We believe in manifestation. We believe in using the universe and what the universe has to offer to make things more beautiful, to make things more sustainable, to make things actual. You manifest something, you use certain herbs to make that manifestation stronger. It's just a stronger
like
connection.
A potion.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I feel like we all do rituals in our own ways daily. I feel like witches just make it like they just amplify it with different things.
Do you have symbols and stuff like stars and goats and stuff like that? Y'all do like goat blood rituals and all that? I mean, what's going on?
No, absolutely not. Actually, we believe in protecting nature. We believe in keeping everything the way that it is, so everything can remain beautiful and sustainable. But as far as symbols and sigils, depending on like the deity, absolutely, there's symbols that represent each deity. There's symbols that represent each thing that you want to manifest. It all like depends on what you're trying to do, honestly, or what kind of witch you personally are. Because my witchcraft could be completely different.
So this is witchcraft.
Yeah.
so wait a minute. All right,
this is crazy. All right, because at the end of the day, Puerto Wiccan. Look, you are the very first witch I ever met in my life. All right.
Hey, somebody ought to talk to text line said y'all got the devil up here.
Hey, we be out here. We just be a little low key, but you know, I'm comfortable with being myself.
Right.
Now, what actually drove you into the lifestyle of even going into the Wiccan lifestyle, and then also on top of that, being a rapper? How do you balance those?
Well, it's kind of a lineage thing for me. So my grandma's mom practiced Santeria, straight from Puerto Rico. Her mom practiced Santeria. I kind of just started doing these things when I was younger. Like, I was going out into nature. I was like scoping out for different herbs. I started making my own potions. I started using different colored wax to pour over them. And my grandma was like, what you doing? But she like completely conformed to Christianity. So like for me, she kind of like wanted to keep me away from it because she had completely changed her lifestyle. But it was almost like hereditary. Like it was just in me. And once I started like doing research, I started like going to the library and reading books on it. I was like, dang, this is something that people actually like really practice. Like, I'm not weird. I'm not different.
So it's like a book, like that you can look at, like a book of spells.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's tons of them, and each witch like makes their own spells. They use herbs that work for them. Like something that a different witch uses might not work for me. I might have to come up with a completely different potion. But yeah, I feel like those books and stuff are like for people who are just getting into it. Like they need something to practice with. But like, I don't know. For me, it was just like whatever I was connected to.
All right. So listen. So like, let's say, like I see movies where they make the love potion. Can you make have you put somebody in the love potion? Have you put like made them drink something to make them fall in love or something?
I can't disclose that information.
Oh wow. You know they say what they do with the spaghetti. That's
a spell too.
That is.
I ain't even gonna say nothing about that. I'm gonna let my girls do their thing. You feel me?
Oh wow. Hey, I'm speechless. I never had a witch on the show before. I mean, hey Benjamin,
I mean, it's amazing.
You did your thing with this one.
Hey, correct. I mean, like I was telling you before, Puerto Wiccan, we are doing radio. This is somewhat of entertainment, but also this is also informational because what you said before, right, is because a lot of times people have it's a misnomer about witches. People don't really understand what you do. And like you said before, it's kind of like, hey, I just find different elements, if you will, and I make my own potions out of these elements. What's the science behind this?
I don't really believe it's scientific. I just believe it's spiritual, like whatever you're connected to. But I mean, it depends on like what you're using really. Cause like I've tried spells that haven't worked for me. So it's like my personal connection with that herb, my personal connection with that crystal. And it also depends on certain moon phases. Things work better with certain moon phases. And that's just like shown through your spell work. Like your spell work is your own evidential proof, honestly.
Now, a lot of people be paying attention to people like birthdays, their birthday,
numerology,
and all of that plays a really distinct part as well. Like if you're a Capricorn, you use a certain crystal for protection, as to where like a Virgo would use a certain crystal for protection.
I'm a Gemini. What's the crystal I need to make certain that I'm good?
Geminis have like, that split consciousness that a lot of people talk about.
Dual nature.
Exactly. So like a white onyx, I would feel like would be the best for a Gemini in particular.
Okay.
Only because it's one of those crystals that is like pure, one of those crystals that has like that concrete basis to it, as to where like a Gemini is kind of like scattered all the time. So like something to center you, I would say would be like definitely like a white onyx crystal.
All right.
I might take that advice. Just I hope it don't take my soul. I pick up the white onyx rock and my soul.
I think Truth Nation is shocked right now because we have a unique individual in the building and educators, because many times we hear things and the mainstream media have put ideas in our heads about witches. Yeah. Like you flew here on a broom.
I do got a broom at the crib.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, you got a broom and a black cat on the back.
You not wrong. That's kind of sad.
No.
But okay, so to get into like the broom thing. So people say like witches are on brooms. Really what brooms were used for was to purify their homes. So instead of like sweeping like the dirt and throwing it away, it was sweeping like the energy out of their homes. So like witchcraft brooms back in the days, they were just used for like cleansing and purification. Nowadays we made it into like this whole like cartoon thing, like witches ride brooms.
Right.
Like,
they're
now
green.
they just riding a wave low key. Like
do witches melt when you sprinkle water on them or something like that? I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of folklore out here.
I sprinkle water a lot.
Okay,
I ain't melting yet.
That's what's up. Hey, and the thing is, you know, you became a rapper. How long you been rapping?
I've been rapping since I could really remember. Like, I started writing poetry really, really, really young, probably like preschool. And then in elementary school, you know, I started listening to instrumentals, and my brother was into really like underground hip hop and stuff. So I was like, dang, I could low-key throw this on an instrumental. And that's when it all began, really. I was like, it was like my passion from then on. I couldn't really do nothing without it. I started going to open mics, and it just became like a part of me, really.
Did it come easy for you?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, I just threw on a beat, I started spitting like some poetry on it, and I was like, dang, this is low-key kind of fire. Like,
Hey, look, Rio says, ask her about Lovecraft Country and her take on the show.
So I don't really watch shows, so I can't really say much about it. But yeah, I can't really say much about that one. I watch all horror movies.
Okay, so let's say you dating somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you tell them, hey, I practice these things, or do they have to find out they wake up in the middle of the night and you just crawling up the ceiling or something? You know what I mean? What's going on here?
Well, like, I have sigils tattooed on my body, and
whoa, what sigils now?
I just dropped the album actually called Sigil of Belial. Belial is a deity out of the Goetia, and he's basically like, well, because it's like intersex, but it's this being on a throne that's both black, half white, and it represents basically like the yin yang of human consciousness. But Belial in like the original Bible was portrayed as the original version of Lucifer. So, but when you do like more research on it, like Belial is actually like this demon that could be either thing. So I made my album based off of it because I feel like there was a lot of contrast in my album. Like, I'm this girl from the hood, but I'm also this girl that's really spiritual. So there's
something that your family was doing. This was in the family.
Right. Well, my grandma didn't, disclose a lot of what she practiced, a lot of witches won't. But this is like what I got drawn into. But yeah, it is all a part of like this whole universal whole. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm reading books from back in the day where women who practiced this type of stuff, they hunted them down and burnt them up.
That's true. That's completely true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, this is something that when we talk about the ideal of a woman being in that space, that history is, do you ever feel that people will try to persecute you for saying that you're a witch?
Well, I'm glad they can't now, and I think that's exactly why I do it, because, I think women in power was just not a thing back in the days. So as soon as a woman had their own power and they had their own way to expel that power, especially into the universe, which was kept secrets from us also, like, of course they wanted to kill them because they were these powerful creatures and they were in tune with themselves. But like, now that I could be open about it, I most definitely will, because I know I'm protected. I know I could protect myself. Like, I'm not worried about nobody coming after me. And my
because you're gonna do the you got the wand and you can wave the wand and just poof.
Okay.
Oh wow. Hey, look, when we come back, I want to hear what is your song? What's the song we're gonna hear from you?
Neon. Okay, so Neon is actually one of my bops.
Okay, so you got a song called Neon, and you gonna freestyle for us?
Definitely gonna freestyle for y'all.
Ooh, okay. Hey, look, Truth Nation, we got Puerto Wiccan in the building, and she gonna display some of her art for us on this Hometown Music Thursdays, hosted by Benjamin. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth is excited to be back celebrating the 52nd annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee. Make sure you come down on Monday, June 19th, as we will be broadcasting live from the Juneteenth celebration from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stop by our table to play games, win Truth swag, and say what's up to your favorite Truth teammates. The 1017 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is presented by our founding partners, American Family Insurance, Gruber Law Offices, and Associated Bank.
On the Rocks premium cocktails are now being served at 720, located in downtown Milwaukee at 720 North Milwaukee Street. Join them this Saturday, June 10th, for the chance to enjoy these premium cocktails on them. Try their effing Cosmopolitan or Nito's Margarita in Knob Creek Old Fashioned. You can also purchase these products locally at Big Jim's Liquor. Please drink responsibly. On the Rocks, ready to serve cocktails, 20 to 35% alcohol by volume.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Tellez Hughes with his truth.
I have a question. Besides athletes and entertainers, who do our black and brown youth have to look up to? Who are the influencers and role models our adolescents strive to become? Because we all know there are no more Cosby shows or any other medium that drives home what a successful black household looks or operates like. Seeing is believing, but if there's a lack of positive portrayals of black men, then the unsubstantiated stereotypes will continue to be perpetuated and played out in society and social media. The absence of mainstream positive black male role models put our black and brown youth in a peculiar spot because they haven't been properly trained on what it takes to become a productive citizen, nor have they had the luxury of being exposed to the process. Like it or not, we all are influencers in some form or fashion, whether it's recognized by the public or just your immediate family and friends. We all must be cognizant of the moves we make because there's always someone watching, which in essence make you an influencer. Take that responsibility, put it near and dear to your heart, and no matter how hard the struggle may get, continue to lift as you climb. I am ready to take on that responsibility. Are you?
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth Be Told with DT and Tellez weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. More of The Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You know what it is, Truth Nation!
Tight dress, money long.
We got Puerto Wiccan in the building!
With the C on.
Should put a spell on you!
The only thing I be on, yeah.
It's 101.7 The Truth, Hometown Thursdays! Your boy Benjamin, let's go!
Right. Outside of jazz, that's the only thing I be on. I be dripping like some ice cream from Leo. By the bad, that's the only thing I be on.
It's Puerto Wiccan! It's all neon out here! Let it glow!
Tight dress, money long, it's neon. They be tripping with the C on. By the bad, that's the only thing I be on. I be dripping like some ice cream from Leon's. Tight dress, money long, it's neon. They be tripping with the C on. By the bad, that's the only thing I be on. I be dripping like some ice cream from Leon's. Walk in, I turn this to little classy, but I don't give a I be spitting that these cannot touch. You be looking hard, so I know you won't. Yeah, he tight and it's wet. Running me some game, baby, run me up a check. Run it, bling, all them in debt. Pay they hoe with for some ice on my neck. I be spitting facts, I don't really need a flex. He hit the kitty cat while I'm whipping in his test. Tell him run it up, wishing him the best. And if he hit my line, tell him get up out his chest. Real hood, but I'm kinda educated. Real cute whip, you can tell I'm dedicated. And when I spit, you can tell I elevated. Hit him with the drum, all them levitated. Yeah, tight dress, money long, it's neon. They be tripping with the C on. By the bad, that's the only thing I be on. I be dripping like some ice cream from Leon's. Tight dress, money long, it's neon. They be tripping. What the he on?
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Hometown Music Thursdays. Puerto Wiccan in the building. Hometown Music Thursdays hosted by your boy Ben Jammin'. And remember to join us on 101.7 The Truth as we live stream on YouTube and Twitter at 101.7 The Truth on YouTube and Twitter. Look, I'm going to tell you this. I mean, I never heard of witch rap. But that wasn't too bad, was it, Ben Jammin'?
No, honestly, it was hard. Everybody I bring to Hometown Thursdays is a dope rapper, period.
And, you know, I'll say this. Truth Nation got a lot of questions on the Talk to Text line, 833-212-1017.
You want to hear some of those?
No, we got Toxic says, do she believe in God?
I believe in numerous gods. I don't believe in, like, just one God. But I do believe that all of them exist in their own ways.
Benjamin, do you see anything else on the Talk to Text lines?
Well, another particular Talk to Texter, and if you guys want to text in right now and ask Puerto Wiccan which question you want to ask, hit us at 833-212-1017. But what one particular Talk to Text I have to say, feel and think, and they really want to ask you, Puerto Wiccan, can you hypnotize somebody? Is that in your catalog?
Hypnotize. I mean, in a way, like,
what that mean?
I guess you could, like, construe somebody's, like, original thought process and hypnotize them into thinking something else. But as, like,
wait, whoa, that might go.
Hold on, that sound like manipulation.
In a way, but, like, more so in
kind of like the political parties.
I don't gotta tell you nothing. I don't really have to do anything other than what I'm doing, like, behind the scenes. It's not something that, like, I would typically do just because I don't believe in dabbling in the forces that will, like, hurt other people or make anything, like, negative. But it's definitely something I could.
It's not like Dorothy dealing with the wicked witch of the east?
The west.
The west, yeah, the wicked witch of the west.
Nah, it's completely different.
Now, I want to ask you, Puerto Wiccan, what balance or what similarities do you find when it comes down to, again, you being a witch and then actually being a rapper as well? Like, is there any times you combine the two worlds? I
feel like all of my albums are spells. I feel like all of my music is spells.
Words are spells.
Exactly. And I feel like that's exactly what I do. I just put words together. I create a beautiful piece, and that piece is meaningful in the way that it's meant to be, and it manifests in the way that it's meant to be, just like all of my magic does.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you this. Like, this is just interesting to me because do you read the Bible?
I grew up in church, so I've definitely read the Bible.
Okay, so you came up in church.
Yeah, I grew up Pentecostal.
Oh, I grew up in Pentecostal.
Mm-hmm. They be like, strict. You can't cut your hair. You got to wear skirts to church.
I was homecoming king and all of that, and they said I couldn't go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how strict it was. You can't watch. Yep. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. You know, once I got out of church, I didn't even know that Tupac died or Biggie died. I was in Pentecostal. You couldn't listen to the radio or anything like that.
Exactly.
I had to go back.
It's all evil. Any external force other than God was
So did
evil.
you go from one extreme to the next extreme or what?
Kinda.
That's what it sounds like. Hey, well, like I said, you know, this is the truth. So a lot of people have a lot of different truths, and we just hearing. I never heard this style of truth though, to be honest with you. Ben Jamie, did you have any questions?
You know what? My only question for you right now, Puerto Wiccan, is: are you ready for that freestyle?
Man, I'm excited.
Ooh. Hey, look! Remember we streaming live on YouTube and Twitter. 101.7 The Truth. If you want to watch the freestyle live. I'm interested.
All right. Well, with that being said, you ready, Puerto Wiccan?
Most definitely.
Yeah, y'all know what it is, Truth Nation. It's 101.7 The Truth, Hometown Thursdays. We got Puerto Wiccan in the building. Puerto Wiccan. Go!
Yeah. It's Puerto Wiccan. Yo. Yeah. Look. Verbally, I'm causing murder scenes. Preferably, it's in the 3rd degree. With the pen, I call it artistry. Not too fond of me. Give me honesty, y'all just some wannabes. A time to a tree, stab all they arteries. Most say that's too harsh for me. Don't really care because I do it cold-heartedly. I catch them lacking from a distance, call it archery. Kill all of your fate, this is martyry. I guess that is that demon part of me. Taking over, embodying, uncontrollably slaughtering. Smashing jaws in with these punchlines often. Put them in coffins. Spit it raw, kid, with acidic liquid spewing from my mouth. Caution, whip up concoctions when I'm jotting. Nauseous and I'm toxic. Vomit when I'm rocking. Need oxygen, I'm coughing. Apocalypse is starting. Rotten goblin, walking on the earth, I'm falling. I spit ether, slit meaner with meat cleavers. Cause seizures like wife beaters and lace reefer. Abroad reapers, a young geezer with mean creepers. And a blood feeder who burns cedar and cock heaters. Rhyming wicked, grinding vicious, apocalyptic. With the rigid, my tulip fidget with new emission. Crude emission, vivid envisions. The images twisting, envision collisions. Imprison your cognition, the plot twisted. They not gifted or well written. Hell risen, verbal incision, hurtful intention. Purple dimensions, portal to infernal extensions. Immortal ascension, words causing metaphorical tension. Restless, messing with the bestest, coming in my throat, put their ashes in a necklace, moving coffins like it's Tetris, toss your solar plexus, demon in the crevice, picking parts of every nexus. You next, coming for the illest, you a simpleton. Every single bar, turn your skeleton a gelatin, irrelevance. Mumble rap can never gain my credit list. Treacherous, to step down to a pestilence, eloquence, formed by molecules in every element. Pegasus, when I show my presence, I leave emphasis. Venomous, show them hard rappers, they delicate, evident, challenging the good ain't in they benefit. Woo! I'm wrecking it. Take a step back while you can. You take a step forward, I'ma murk you in hands. Cause disorder when I torture, turn your mother to a mourner. War in every corner, they don't want it. Should've warned them, it's a rabbit hole they digging. Never compete. What I spit in 10 seconds, it would take them a week. Written's a week, they privileged to speak. Bloody murder rapping with sheets when tapping, they awaken the beast. Yeah.
Hey.
Puerto Wiccan in the building.
Hey. Hey. Oh, wow. Hey, look. Hey. Hot. Hey, that was bars.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hey. You know, most people come up here and, you know, they do a little bit. Hey, you took it there with that freestyle. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Real deal MCs.
Wow.
Get ate up. She said, I put your ashes in a necklace. Boy, stop playing with her.
Oh, wow. Hey, look, how can people connect with you if you got something coming up?
Well, I got Instagram. I post pretty much everything on Instagram. It's at Puerto Wiccan, PUERTOWICCAN, all lowercase. Same thing with Facebook, Puerto Wiccan on Facebook. I got a show coming up tonight at the Wicked Hop. It's at Big Beat MKE, so that's gonna be dope. But yeah, other than that, that's where I pretty much post everything is Instagram and my Facebook page.
Hey, look, I'm in awe. You know, like I said, I didn't think all of this was gonna happen this whole time. Music Thursdays. You definitely brought an interesting look at music, at life. You know, like I said, a lot of people, you know, they have different perceptions and different truths. And blessings that you came on and told your truth today. Anything that you want the people that's listening to know.
I'm just really grateful to be able to, you know, talk about my practices openly. I'm really grateful to be here today. And I'm just grateful to, you know, be an artist and be featured on here, man. This is super dope. And, you know, I think all the questions are amazing. And actually, if you got any more questions, message me on Instagram. I love talking about it.
Hey, look, somebody asked to ask you, can you contact people that have passed away?
I usually give them 90 days to cross over from the spiritual realm. But yeah, it's not something I do too often, you know. In really special circumstances, I will. But it's definitely something that I've been doing for a while.
Okay. Hey, look, Puerto Wiccan in the building. Look, dope freestyle. We're going to hear some music on the way out. Benjamin, take her out of here.
You know what it is, Truth Nation. We got Puerto Wiccan in the building.
Money long, it's neon. With the C on. By the bad, that's the only thing I be on. I be dripping like some ice cream from Leon's.
Problematic, got the beef, right?
By the bad, that's the only thing I be on. I be dripping like some ice cream from Leon's.
Hometown Thursdays, hosted by your boy Benjamin.
Yeah.
We only bring the goats up here. You heard?
Tight dress, money long, it's neon. They be tripping with the C on. By the bad, that's the only thing I be on. I be dripping like some ice cream from Leon's. Tight dress, money long, it's neon. They be tripping with the C on. By the bad, that's the only thing I be on. I be dripping like some ice cream from Leon's. Walk in, I turn this to little classy, but I don't give a f. I be spit that these cannot touch. You be looking hard, so I know you won't. Yeah, he tight in his sweat. Running me some game, baby, run me up a check. Run him, blame, all them in debt. Pay they hoe with for some ice on my neck. I be spitting facts, I don't really need a flex. He hit the kitty cat while I'm whipping in his test. Tell him run it up, wishing him the best. And if he hit my line, tell him get up out his chest. Real hood, but I'm kinda educated.
The Tori Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
June is National Home Ownership Month, and only 25% of African Americans in the city of Milwaukee own their homes, despite the fact that we make up 40% of the population. At the core mission of National Home Ownership Month is the belief that every person deserves the chance to live with security, dignity, and hope in a place that they can call home. That is why the award-winning 1017 The Truth is proud to announce our first annual home buying seminar on Wednesday, June 14th, presented by Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank. Axe Housing will have real estate agents, home buying coaches, and mortgage advisors on site to break down the home buying process step by step. Axe Housing will have professionals there who can do a soft credit pull to review your credit history and to get you pre-approved for a home loan on the spot. Yes, on the spot, home loan pre-approvals. Limited spots are available, so go to 1017thetruth.com right now to secure your space. That's 1017thetruth.com to sign up for the Home Buyer Seminar on Wednesday, June 14th at 5 p.m., presented by Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank.
Are you looking for an opportunity to better the Milwaukee community? Do you want to develop your skills for a career or job? City Year Milwaukee is recruiting for its 14th cohort of AmeriCorps members. We are hiring young adults ages 18 to 25 to serve our amazing scholars in Milwaukee Public Schools. This opportunity allows you to serve your community and gain professional development, which will allow you to enter the workforce, your next educational journey, or even stay with us for a second year of service. Visit cityyear.org to connect with our local recruiters and learn how to apply.
After a serious crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. Your future, your family's future, your quality of life. That's why knowledge and results matter in big truck cases. And not all law firms have the know-how or the resources to handle these complicated cases. At Gruberg Law Offices, we have the experience it takes to make sure you're protected. And there's never a fee until we win your case. Gruberg Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning, the cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Sneiden. After hitting the walk-off single on Tuesday against Baltimore, Joey Wiemer was back at it over at American Family Field Wednesday night with not one, not two, but 5 RBIs, including 2 home runs as the Brewers roll for the 10-2 win over the Orioles. Corbin Burns got the start, tossing 8 innings, allowing no runs and striking out 9. The Brewers will look for the series sweep later today. Coverage of Orioles-Brewers gets underway over on WTMJ at 12:35. Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets reclaimed the 2-1 series lead over the Heat with the 109-94 Game 3 win in Miami. Jokic and his partner Jamal Murray became the first teammates in NBA Finals history to both record a 30-point triple-double. Denver will look to add to their lead with Game 4 scheduled for Friday in Miami. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tori Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. It's time to see what's poppin' with Melanie Ricks.
101.7 The Truth, Tori Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Melanie Ricks.
Ew.
Hey, how you doing, Queen?
Listen, I'm blown away. My girl. Are you kidding me? And you're only 21? Like, when did you know? I'm sorry, I got to take over. When did you know that you had that in you? Like, at what age did you really start understanding this is my gift and I got to hone it?
I was always a poet, all throughout, even preschool. Like, I was just writing poetry. When I went into elementary school, I started, really listening to underground hip-hop. I started putting on instrumentals, and I was like, dang, I'm a freestyle on this. And ever since then, really, I started writing. I started going to open mics. And, I was like, man, I need to do this, seriously. And then I started doing it seriously, and it's been the most impactful thing that I've ever done. Because I could just be myself creatively.
I love that. And I love how confident you are with your words and confident in who you are as a person. That's an amazing, because you're 21. Not too many 21-year-olds have that confidence that radiates from within. You know what I mean? Like, I can feel that from you.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Puerto Wiccan.
Puerto Wiccan.
Puerto Wiccan.
Yep.
Did Cardi B ever influence you?
I love Cardi B only because she's a Latina and she's a rapper and she's out here, so I support her in her bag. But I'm definitely influenced by more underground and lyrical artists.
Okay. Oh, she's not lyrical, Cardi?
She's lyrical in a different way, mainstream lyrical. Underground lyrical is a whole different world.
Right. Underground is definitely different.
Yeah, the rhyme schemes, for example, the type of instrumentals they spit on. All of it comes from hip hop culture, as to where nowadays they took it, they put a spin on it, and it's evolving and it's different in its own way. But I feel underground hip hop, it just kind of stays completely tied to those roots. And I think that's what I'm drawn to.
Mm-hmm. You're drawn to the actual, the hip hop, how it actually started.
Yeah, it's original culture.
So my question to you is then, because what do you feel the female MCs of today? What do you feel like they're lacking at? Because I don't know. I just saw Ice Spice kind of she did her performance and she basically showed her poom poom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Showed her poom poom for her stage performance. I mean, what do you have to say about that?
You want me to be completely honest on the truth?
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it truthful.
Tell your truth.
I mean, I honestly think they're lacking being an individual and being true to themselves. Because once you get into the industry, you get your body done, you get your face done, you get your lips done. All of it just kind of ties into this whole cultural mind game. And I feel like I don't really have as much respect for it as I would Snow the Product. Snow the Product is not doing any of that, and she's killing the game.
Facts.
So I feel staying true to yourself and not falling into this whole cycle. I feel I don't really dig it, but to each their own or whatever.
So what's interesting about what you said, I actually really agree with you. That's not my brand either. I'm never going to act that way. But Ice Spice, she entered the game with that kind of message. You feel me? Her hit single was Munch.
Right.
And look at what's behind that. So is that just maybe who she is or how she wants to be identified right now at this point in her life?
Or I feel like, you know, some people drop music like that because they know that's what's hitting.
Right.
And
it's going to sell.
Exactly. So, like, I just wouldn't personally, like, because I just don't feel like I need to. I feel like being an individual is so much stronger in different ways. If your goal is to be mainstream, I feel like if you drop a song like Munch, that's what's going to be hidden right now. But like, it could also be personally her identity, especially with the way that things are right now. Like, that's all you're seeing. You're turning it on, it's WAP. Like, you're not turning on the radio and hearing Snow the Product, you hearing stuff like WAP. So yeah, it could be a personality trait, or it could be influential, or it could be both. Like, it could be a combination.
So you being a witch, I mean, you ever just thought about just joining the Illuminati? I mean, you already got the credentials, you got the resume.
Is it even the same thing though?
For real?
It's not the same thing. The Illuminati is kind of like, they originated and their thing was like communicating through different sigils and through different like symbols. I feel like witches don't communicate that way. Like, they definitely use them as an asset, but like, it's not just a form of communication. But like, in terms of like cults and stuff, witches can have cults, and it's just really an organization of people with the same belief system who want to practice the same things. I don't feel like it's the same exact thing though, but they are like their own cult. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, because look, I brought this up to Mel. I think it was yesterday we were actually talking about this, because I stumbled across this in my news feed. I'm on Instagram and I'm scrolling, all right, and I was on a No Jumper podcast, all right, and I'm looking, and basically what happened was a Canadian woman captured 2 witches feasting on a deer carcass.
I saw that.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, yeah.
I actually got tagged in that. I was like, dang, why am I getting tagged in
Right.
this?
Was that
Y'all
nothing to do with me?
Was that you over there? No, I mean, is this a practice that witches still do, or is this even a real thing? Was that Photoshop?
I mean,
speak for all the witches out there now.
It could be any of the above, honestly. Like, I know that there are like certain cults and there are certain things that do practice and they do use blood. Like, blood magic is a whole thing in its own realm. Yeah.
What? Break it down to me.
So like,
educate me.
Blood magic you could use to like summon different demons or like different deities, or you could add blood into a spell just to emphasize that spell work. Like, but it is like a whole thing in its own nature. So like, not all blood work is evil.
Yeah.
But
it can be good.
Yeah. And like,
where you getting the blood from if it's good? I'm just trying to figure this out.
It's yourself though, like your own blood. Yeah.
So you got to prick yourself first, and then
is that getting in the cutting?
Not really. You don't have to like completely hurt yourself. They sell like little cute little pins. They be having designs and stuff on them.
I say cutting is more of like that's self-mutilation. I don't think that's what
exactly.
This is. Yeah.
Interesting.
I do have a question though for the pop culture report, and we may need to break, but I at least want to ask you really quickly.
Sure.
So City Girls, they have a new album that's about to drop, and they literally described it as elevated, I'll say, kitty rap. And they said that they are legends, and they said this is part of the wave, if you will. How do you feel about kitty rap?
I don't even know what the definition of kitty rap is.
Right. What does that even mean? And elevated at that. What's elevated kitty rap?
Right. Like, I don't even know what that is.
No idea.
It's probably just more a wet ass kitty.
I mean.
Oh, wow. Look, on that note, we'll be back with more Pop Culture Report. Truth Nations. They like it right here on Tory Lowe.
June is National Home Ownership Month, where we promote the benefits of home ownership and recommit to creating opportunities for future homeowners. Tune into 1017 The Truth all month long, where you will get information and resources and hear interviews promoting home ownership in our community. At the core mission of National Home Ownership Month is the belief that every person deserves the chance to live with security, dignity, and hope in a place that they can call home. National Home Ownership Month on 1017 The Truth is presented by Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
Hello, I'm Tony Evers, the Governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured, we're here to help. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. Call 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727, or visit vrapwi.com. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At UW Credit Union, our home loans have everything you need for your next big step, including up to $750 off closing costs for all home buyers. And first-time buyers can save even more. So if you're ready to trade roomies for more room, or your townhome for an out-of-town home, UW Credit Union will be with you from start to furnished. UW Credit Union. Apply online today. Equal housing lender. Credit may be limited as required by program. Visit uwcu.org for details.
What if in 1968 the mayor said nope to Summerfest? How many bands would you have never seen? Would hitting 12 stages in one day even be possible? Thankfully, 55 years ago, Summerfest was a yes. Milwaukee Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. Find tickets and lineup at summerfest.com.
Miller High Life. Always flavorful, always refreshing, always at the right price. The champagne of beers. Welcome to the High Life. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You are listening to The Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. It's time to see what's poppin' with Melanie Ricks.
1017 The Truth, Tori Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Melanie Ricks. Puerto Wiccan in the building. And Benjamin.
It's amazing.
In the building.
It's a full house. I love it. I'm here for it. So we were talking about kitty rap. I had left you with that, and the reason why was because City Girls, they're starting, or they're going to drop their new album soon, and they're promoting it as elevated kitty rap, and you were saying you didn't know what that was. And I'm going to tell you right now, to me, it's about sex. Mm-hmm. Is it not? It's about WAP. It's it's about that kind of, and female, like,
is it about prostitution?
No.
But
I feel like y'all try to go there. Why,
no,
why
what I'm saying with the city, because they rap about it.
They don't rap about prostitution.
They talk about selling. What is having sex for money?
Is it prostitution?
Yeah, if you exchange your sex for money, that's prostitution.
But let's break it down for a second, because isn't intimacy an exchange of goods always for both parties?
No,
always?
But what I'm saying is, do you listen to the City Girls?
Yes, I do. I love
Okay,
the City
so
Girls.
you know what I'm saying. They talk about get that bag, and
they leave.
If you're gonna get this, get this, that
for sure.
Give me that bag.
For sure.
That's prostitution.
Is it though?
Yes.
So do you agree? You do. You're nodding. You do agree that that's prostitution. It's okay if you do. I'm just,
I mean, I see your perspective as well, though. Because, like, in sex, you're exchanging something for pleasure.
Right.
But, like, prostitution is defined as selling coochie for money.
Right.
So I feel like that has become our culture for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like it's kind of amplified. And just like...
on steroids.
How do you feel then about moms who preach to their daughters, you need to marry a wealthy man? Because I think that's essentially what they're trying to say.
Right. I don't agree with that either.
No.
I feel like women should always be in their own bag regardless. Like, you shouldn't be dependent on any outside force unless it's your job or your passion that's bringing that in. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah. I would never... Like, I'm pregnant right now with a baby girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, you are?
Okay.
Congratulations.
Are you serious? How far along are you?
I'm 7 months.
Okay, now I'm going to be really obsessed. Are you kidding? Can I rub your belly later? Like, can I just listen to
For
what's
good
going
luck,
on in there for good luck?
Definitely. She going to kick you, though.
I love it. I want her to kick me.
That's love.
Shut up, Mel. He's so silly. He does that a lot.
But I would never preach that to her.
Right.
Yeah. And like this whole culture kind of affects me deeply because I'm gonna have a daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, I really don't want her listening to that type of stuff. Like, yeah.
Did you ever like that kind of rap?
Sometimes I'll listen to it, you know, if it comes on. Sometimes I'll be in mode and I'll be like, dang, I kind of want to listen to the City Girls. I'm not really messing with nobody right now.
I know that's right. So crazy.
But I'll never believe in like the actual value of the message.
Yeah.
It's not something I'll ever believe in.
So you just take it as entertainment.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's how it is for me. I do defend them only because for me, it's like, express yourself how you want to, right? I'm the complete opposite of a prostitute. Sometimes I wish I had some more tendencies to be a little bit more open. You feel me? But I'm very selective, you know? So I don't actually abide by, but it's entertainment. And I like the way they sound. I think they have a great sound and their image and all that. But in your opinion, they are promoting something that's not really so great for women and girls.
I definitely think, you know, you have this giant platform. You're saying all of this, like you're going to influence people, even if that's not your goal.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, for me personally, it's definitely entertainment.
Yeah.
Plus, I believe that many artists get paid for their style of music. Right. That's what they're paying them for.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know, to push that message.
To keep making more of that.
Right.
Whatever they're making.
Right.
Because it, like I was saying, like it usually don't even be like who they are as true individuals.
Right.
It's just like the mainstream culture that they're pushed into. That's why like I'm so strong on just being who I am as an individual, like, and never conforming to something like that.
Sierra when she made that song about single women, but she has a husband.
Beyonce. She does it all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that they're getting paid to make a certain style of music.
Of course.
And that's how they, you know, stay in the industry.
The issue is that people don't understand always that it's entertainment. They take it for Bible. You know what I mean? They think
especially
this is really
young
how they're living.
girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
It's true. It's crazy what people do for a piece of change.
All right. Thank everybody for staying in for the Pop Culture Report. Thank you, Melanie Ricks. Yeah. Thank you, Puerto Wiccan.
Of course.
And Benjamin.
It's amazing.
Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Low.
Thank you, Truth Nation. Your passion and support has helped make Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association best radio show in the state of Wisconsin.
When did this word become so powerful that a person would go to jail, injure, or take another person's life? When did we give this word and other people power over us to ruin our lives?
We do this all for you, Milwaukee. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
This is 1017 The Truth's Melanie Ricks, and the time is now, Milwaukee. I believe that our listeners deserve the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and that's exactly what we're going to bring to you every day from 12 to 1 p.m. We're going to be talking about life, love, relationships, sports, pop culture, and all things Milwaukee. Listen to Nothing But the Truth with me, Melanie Ricks, every day from noon to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
To some people, the sound of a baby babbling doesn't mean much. But that's not necessarily true. By 6 months, they're combining vowels and consonants. By 9 months, they're trying out different kinds of sounds. And by 12 months, their babbling is beginning to take on some meaning. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Early screening and intervention can make a lifetime of difference and unlock a world of possibilities. Take the first step at autismspeaks.org.
Drive safely, Wisconsin. Highway workers are out on the road. They do it to better serve you. And just like you, they want to get home safely at the end of a hard day's work. When driving, all of us have a chance to set the right example. Be patient. Put down the phone. Never text and drive. Slow down and move over if possible to give workers a little extra room. Work zone safety. It's everyone's responsibility.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I got my COVID-19 vaccine when I was pregnant. I wanted to do everything I could to help protect my baby and keep myself healthy. So I talked to my doctor and learned that vaccines are safe and effective when you're pregnant. My daughter Lauren was born healthy and happy, and she was protected against COVID. Getting your COVID, flu, and Tdap vaccines while pregnant keeps families protected against dangerous diseases.
To learn how to protect your family, visit vaccinateyourfamily.org/learn.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melanie Ricks with your news update. Milwaukee police say that a 7-year-old boy and a 13-year-old boy were on a school bus when it was struck by gunfire Tuesday afternoon. It happened as the bus was traveling eastbound on Meineke near 15th Street just before 3 p.m. Fortunately, no one on the school bus was seriously injured. Police are still searching for suspects. Anyone with any information is asked to contact Milwaukee Police at 414-935-7360, or to remain anonymous, you can contact Crime Stoppers at 414-224-TIPS. You can also use the P3 Tips app. A Milwaukee man was charged on Monday in connection to a hit and run that left a mother of 4 and her dog dead in October. Calvin Eugene Gardner was charged with 1 felony count of hit and run resulting in death. The deadly hit and run happened on Thursday, October 20th of 2022 near Appleton and Silver Spring. Police say that a 40-year-old woman, Nikki Blanc Boringer, was hit by a driver while walking her dog around 11 p.m. The mother of 4 was pronounced dead on the scene. Her dog also later died from his injuries. A cash bond of $5,000 was set for Gardner on Tuesday. He returns to court on June 12th for a preliminary hearing. If convicted, Gardner faces a maximum of 25 years in prison and a $100,000 fine. The Locust Street Festival is back for the first time since 2019. Set to take place this Sunday, June 11th, they are also going to be welcoming back the Locust Street Beer Run. The run is happening right before the festival, and it's a 1.6-mile run that stretches through River West with 4 lakefront beer stops along the route at different businesses. The run begins at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday, and you can register on the same day. The festival itself takes place from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Locust Street from Humboldt Street to Holton. The festival is free for all. For more information, you can visit their website at locuststreetfestival.org. This was the news update on 1017 The Truth. The Tori Lowe Show continues next here on the new 1017 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tori Lowe, want all the action? Or you want all the smoke? Oh, this thing. I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the past. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth and the Truth app.
The reason I believe the racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20 to 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tori, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tori Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tori Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Low. Tory Low Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Welcome to the second hour of the Tory Low Show this Thursday, June 8th, 2023. I'll tell you this, I got some things that I need to try to talk about when it comes to us in the community dealing with each other. And a lot of times I see a lot of family turmoil and I see a lot of discourse amongst brothers, people who are fighting amongst each other, for whatever reason. And I got a question I want to ask Truth Nation, and I want us to put our problem-solving hats on today, because I want to talk about forgiveness, forgiving people, forgiving and moving on. Because you know what I see is a lot of people holding grudges, and it's eating away at their insides. Stress, causing them stress. And they're holding on to these things, and many times rightfully so. They were wronged or something wrong had took place. But I also see the other side where somebody feels envy and jealousy for somebody. They wish they were that person or had what that person had, or feel like somebody owed them something. And it's multiple things going on. And we're always talking about coming together. How do we get to the point of forgiveness? And a lot of people, when they talk about forgiveness, I hear people say, I'll never forgive. I'll never forgive, what this person have done. And they hold on to this and they take it to their grave. Maybe, and many times the stress of holding on to that probably took them to an early grave, many times. But I saw a video, and this is what triggered it. I wanted to talk about this yesterday, but I discussed something about the, having the children being outside this summer. And shortly after I discussed the children being outside this summer, when I got off the show, I looked on the news and saw somewhere that a young man was killed by playing outside. And that wasn't here in Milwaukee. That story didn't come from that. I got sent that story, and this story came from Maryland, where a mother sunned a child out, and 10 minutes later, somebody knocked on the door and said her child was shot. So it's just not a concern right here in the city of Milwaukee. This is a concern in black communities across the country. So all I can say is it got to start with forgiveness. We got to forgive each other. We got to find a way to come together to make progress. And many times it starts with forgiveness. And I had to forgive a lot of people along my walk in this life. I had to forgive a lot of people, in spite of what took place in my life. I forgave them. I said, you know what? I can't carry this stress inside of me. And I did this a long time ago. Like, I believe that when I had my son, my first son, and in order for me to be the parent I had to forgive my parents I was raised by my grandmother, so I wasn't raised by my mother and father. So I forgave my parents, and then I was able to be the parent that I wasn't for my children. And I believe that many times we hold on to heavy weights and we lash out too. And then we create our environments around this energy that we've been holding on to. And then sometimes it spills out into a person that may not have caused that stress. I think it's time to find a way to forgive each other. Like to say, hey, look, no matter what took place, we're going to work past it. But I don't believe in forgetting about what took place. Because if you don't understand what happened, it'll repeat itself. But I do believe in the forgiveness part to move on. But I want to know, Truth Nation, what are some ways that we can forgive each other, that we can have forgiveness in the community, that we can look past some of the things that we feel that are upsetting, stressful. And then on the other end, how do you stop people from competing against their brothers down the street and being filled with envious and jealousy? There's a lot of mental health issues going on now, too. But some of y'all just petty. Petty. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this. We got to regroup and rethink and reshape a lot of these ideas, but it's going to start with having a sense of community, a sense of transparency, and forgiveness. And not forgiving and hanging out. Sometimes when you forgive people, that means that you're letting go of the weight, the stress, the situation. But that don't mean let them come back and do it again. It don't mean play the fool. When I talk about forgiveness, I'm talking about, all right, you know what? God bless you. Whatever overall we got to do to work together, that don't mean you got to have people over your house. That don't mean you got to go out to dinner. That don't mean you got to do none of that stuff. That just means that, hey, we cordial. God bless you. Let's do what it takes to move forward and make progress. That's a mature attitude, to move forward and making progress. And many times we're stopping our own progress by allowing issues to prevent that progress. And some people, I'm telling you, once you forgive them, you do got to let them go. You can forgive people and let them go. I mean, I forgave people, but that don't mean I got to go and sit out at the park and hang out. No, it just means, hey, you know, it's all love. It's all love. But I need Truth Nation to call in and talk about ways that we can add forgiveness. Forgiveness to each other, to our brothers and sisters, to our communities. Transparency. Because the thing is, when I talk about children being safe in the neighborhood, that's when it takes a village. That's when it takes a village. And sometimes we live in neighborhoods where we don't even know the people that live around us in our surroundings. Then when something happens, we can't resolve it quickly. Now we want to go and meet the people down the street and ask them to help you resolve the issue. We gotta start making sure that our families in these neighborhoods have a team inside the home and outside the home. Now, outside on the block, we're all teammates. And inside the home, the immediate teammates is the family. But outside, the immediate teammates, the outward teammates are the neighbors. And y'all go through your neighborhood. Those y'all teammates. Y'all chose to live next to these people. Y'all may not see them as teammates, but They're in the same environment where you live. They're your teammates, your outward teammates. Now, what I mean is teammates, meaning y'all playing on the same field. Y'all in the same community, and what affects that block affects everybody in that neighborhood. So y'all should be able to come together if something happens in that neighborhood or on that block, come together for the betterment of the outside team. Now, many of y'all say, hey, look, them people ain't my teammates. I don't know, but then let something bad happen. Then they got a Ring door camera. They got something that you need from them. Oh, now you want teammates. Now you want them to help you work and figure out your situation. And I see it all the time. I see it all the time. And a lot of people are willing to help in spite of not knowing the people down the street. You'll be surprised how many people say, hey, look, I got this camera. Let me go and see what is on the camera so I can help your family. But we have to start working as a team. I know y'all watching the NBA playoffs. I know y'all watching the playoffs. Y'all watching the teams go at it. But the teams that work better together win the championship. Like, y'all, we sitting there being entertained, but yet you the worst person on your team in the neighborhood. You can't win the championship on a poor team. That's all I'm saying. So if you want the best out of your neighborhood, if you want safety in your community, we got to start working together as a team. So one of my topics today, I got a couple topics, but one of my topics is, can we add forgiveness to each other, to our neighborhoods, to our communities, so we can work overall to make progress? Can we? Can we forgive? I tell people I work and I help people because I forgave everybody. Like, I help people call me, I'll go. Even in times where I got things to do, where I got plans, I'll override what I'm doing to go help others, and I do it all the time. Why? Because sometimes you got to be the example of what you want to see. Simple. And that way, when I talk to my brothers and sisters, I don't have to explain anything because they already know. Why? Because I've helped. I've already contributed. I've already been there. I've already done that. So now we don't have to have that conversation about me. But that's called thinking forward, being an example of what you want to see. And we all got to start chipping away. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, it's not easy to go and be an example of something, because that means you got to put in that action. And that means you got to do some work. And that means you can't make excuses. But overall, if we all contribute and chip away at it, it'll be fine. Somebody told me inch by inch, everything's a cinch. Some of y'all just want to go straight to the news, having this big press conference. And this is what they do. This is what people do. They want to make it look like something that they're not doing. So they'll go straight to the big news outlets, and make it look like something that's not happening. And that goes on all the time. I mean, perception. A lot of y'all may not be as active to understand what y'all even looking at, or who these people are even, what they even do. But they'll get in the press conference, and all y'all know is y'all saw them on TV. Hey, I saw you on TV. Yeah. Yeah, I was on TV. But you ain't never seen them on the block. You ain't never seen them really out here turning nothing around. That's all they got to do for black folks is put it on TV. All they got to do is stage events and then put it on TV, and y'all believe somebody doing something, even though you look out the window, ain't nothing being done. We got to get results. We got to be great teammates. That's the plan. And it's going to take everybody to get involved to turn things around. I'm going to tell you right now, the migrants that's coming in, that's the illegal migrants that came in, they work together to get over here. They here. Now they working to get them legal citizens. Now they working on that. The politicians that came before them that's related to them or part of their race, they already implementing policies to make sure that they get benefits. They already get monies. We was asking for money as people. We had homeless people. We had problems. They couldn't find the money. But now that the migrants is here, all the money, they got all the money. They living in 5-star hotels. It's time for us to wake up. Hey, look, when we come back, I'm going to open up the lines. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 1017 The Truth's Tory Lowe, and the time is now, Milwaukee. I believe the people who listen to the Tory Lowe Show are ready for real change in the community and love to bring all the smoke. Tap in, Truth Nation, to the Tory Lowe Show every day from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The movement continues. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Locked inside every Wisconsinite is a unique code shaped by genetics, environment, and lifestyle. This code makes you uniquely you and holds clues to your predisposition to certain illnesses like diabetes, cancer, or depression. When you join the All of Us research program, you help researchers study ways to improve healthcare and receive health information that matters to you. Learn more. Visit allofus.wis.edu or call 888-294-2661. Answers are in All of Us.
On the Rocks premium cocktails offer modern twists on the classic cocktails. Developed by award-winning mixologists, the On the Rocks cocktails combine premium spirits and natural ingredients. Wherever you are, On the Rocks premium cocktails give you the convenience of bar-quality cocktails created with brands that you know and trust, like the Effin' Cosmopolitan and Hornitos Margarita. Pour over ice and enjoy. Please drink responsibly. On the Rocks ready-to-serve cocktails, 20 to 35% alcohol by volume.
Are you looking for an opportunity to better the Milwaukee community? Do you want to develop your skills for a career or job? City Year Milwaukee is recruiting for its 14th cohort of AmeriCorps members. We are hiring young adults ages 18 to 25 to serve our amazing scholars in Milwaukee Public Schools. This opportunity allows you to serve your community and gain professional development, which will allow you to enter the workforce, your next educational journey, or even stay with us for a second year of service. Visit cityyear.org to connect with our local recruiters and learn how to apply.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe, and I know how much you love listening to me bring all the smoke each and every day from 1 to 4, but now, not only can you hear me bring all the smoke, you can watch me bring all the smoke because the award-winning 1017 The Truth is streaming live. Watch all your favorite shows live.
Yeah, Truth Nation, you heard Tory Lowe right. We are streaming all of our shows live every day. To watch the best radio station with the best on-air hosts in Milwaukee, you have to go to 1017thetruth.com and click the Watch Live link. From there, you'll be able to stream us on YouTube and Twitter and get an inside look on all the fun, like watching me from noon to 1 as I do my daily fire freestyle live. Now you know your girl got them bars, right, Benjamin?
Yeah, Mel, you got them bars, and the truth is must-see TV. So make sure y'all tap in to see my boy Tory Lowe and my girl Melanie Ricks to do their thing live every day by streaming 101.7 The Truth on YouTube and Twitter. We live, baby.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Do y'all know what it is, Truth Nation?
Let's wild out.
It's Hometown Thursdays. Hosted by your boy Benjamin. Shut up, PBG the Prince. It's time to wild
We
out.
don't need no time out.
Hometown Thursdays.
On the sheets we hide out. She hate it when I slide out.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm loving the way that I'm arching your back while I'm giving you all of these strokes. You loving the way that I'm getting it wet like a Leah, I can rock your boat. Let's wild out. We don't need no time out. Under sheets we hide out. Let's wild out. We don't need no time out. Under sheets we hide out. She hate it when I slide out. I'm loving the way that I'm arching your back while I'm giving you all of these shows.
101, 7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z in the building. Benjamin, the host of Hometown Thursdays, powerful Hometown Music Thursday. Hey, look. Hey, interesting. It was very interesting. I want to open up the lines to Truth Nation, and I want to talk about forgiveness. Have you been in a situation where you had to forgive, family member or something that somebody have done to you and let it go and moved on? How did you do it? I don't even know if people even understand how to forgive, because right now it's about getting it back in blood. It's about spinning the block. I was watching social media, and I mean, they keep these videos on these feeds, and they show people doing drive-bys, just shooting a gun out the window, just shooting the gun out of, for no reason. I mean, they put these images that you have to get your lick back. Hit me. Well, I do believe in your right to defend yourself, so let's not go there. If you touch somebody and you violating their space and you on top of them, they got to do whatever they can to get you off of them. I'm going to do whatever I can to get you off of me. I might forgive you after I got you off of me and after whatever happened from the situation. But what I'm saying is, with all of the drama and the toxicity that's been pumped into our minds through the music, through being on social media, I need Truth Nation to call in and talk about ways that we can forgive each other or things that have taken place and let that go. 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. We're going to head to the lines. Chris, you on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in. How you doing, Brother Chris?
Oh, I'm fine.
How do we add forgiveness at a time where they actually tell you, hey, they don't even teach forgiveness. I don't even think people understand how to forgive and move on.
Well, it's hard in our community. It's kind of hard because no one wants to really be real with themselves. And, I've changed over the years. I've changed. 'Cause it was a time, and I was brought up in the church like 99% of us are brought up in the church.
I was brought up in the church.
And I find myself better when I came out of the church, because one thing I noticed now, coming up in the church till now, is that, and I see like the black Hebrew Israelite, now they got it all together, and what the black Christian family don't understand is there was laws that we were supposed to abide by that was given to us, whether we like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's so hard for us to deal with those laws that was given to us to obey, and then the oppressor?
What you talking about, the Old Testament, the Ten Commandments?
Yeah, the whole Bible, the whole scriptures. When I was brought up in the church, the scriptures weren't taught to me correctly. They'll just like when it says turn the other cheek, or forgive your or love your enemy. Love your enemy meant to love a brother that did you wrong. You understand that? That wasn't broken down to us. When I was taught, I look back at it, when I was taught by those scriptures, I was thinking now that's like it meant forgive John Chisholm when he keep doing what he's doing to our people. That's not what it meant. What it means is to forgive a brother or a sister that wronged you. Don't go pull out the pencil and blow their hair. Give them a chance to come right to you. You see where I'm coming?
Right. I mean, I think that we have to make sure that we understand different types of actions and not get it all, clumped into one idea. It's multiple ways to resolve conflict. It's multiple ways to communicate how you feel about any instance and communicate that at a way where you can get some type of understanding there. And if that person is not willing to take that olive branch, I'll call it an olive branch, then that's on them. That's on them. And then there's a difference between forgiveness and then somebody that's your enemy, that's trying to destroy you. And you got to understand that too.
Right.
Now, if somebody's trying to destroy you, that's you got to defend yourself by any means necessary. And that's a whole nother topic, when it comes to saying that you have an enemy. That means this person only is living and breathing to destroy you and your family. So that's a whole different. That forgiveness may not include not going to battle. You could probably forgive them after you win the battle.
Right.
But hey, you got to know when you got a fight on your hands. And you got to know when it ain't a fight on your hands.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, I understood it. I understood what you were saying.
Okay, thanks, Tori.
Hey, thank you, Brother Chris, for tapping in. Blake, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. How you doing, Blake?
I'm all right, man. Good afternoon.
God bless you, brother.
God bless y'all. Now, my forgiveness started. I'm 50. I'll be 52 in September. Mm-hmm. God's will. Everybody knows our story is. Everybody's story is already written. Every individual is a different. But if I cut you, you bleed. If you cut me, same thing. All depends just where.
Right.
So my forgiveness started with being saved, and then a week later, I was shot 4 times.
Oh wow!
And then I was doing security, and I was shot 4 times. It ended my NBA dreams. It ended my NFL dreams. But 13 years later, I end up with the dude who shot me as a stranger. Who shot me? He's in the wheelchair, stabbed, plus shot 4 times in the back. So he hadn't even learned his lesson from shooting me. And I shot him with a .357 in the knee. He shot me with a 8-shot 32 4 times, point blank range in my chest and in my hand. So
it's a blessing you're still alive.
And this point blank range too. Like we was fighting and they pulled us apart in that bar off of 14th and right behind Spiders, that red bar in the corner. And dude got in with it was wing night on the Tuesday, March 8, 2000. Remember it like it was yesterday. And we got in the fight. I asked him to put the drink back. He took. A melee ensued. I got popped 4 out of 8 times. I got outside. I got him. Now, like I said, 13 years later, I ended up being in medical transportation. He got shot 4 times, plus he got stabbed, and that's what he was doing to go get his stitches taken out. So he still hadn't learned. He didn't even remember me because we were strangers. But then I remembered him because when people get sentenced for shooting you, if you don't die, the DA sends you a paper saying how much time they got.
Right.
So I was pissed because they never charged him. He got charged with some previous charges. Moving forward, 13 years later, dude in the wheelchair, paralyzed. That's karma.
Wow.
And then my child, there's nothing worse to a parent besides losing a child is to fail your child. Now, my baby was touched at 12. I didn't find out till she was 14. It was by a family member of mine. Now, the kid's mama was sleeping with her. I'm on tour with ASAP Ferg at the rave, getting ready to go on stage with dude. My cousin called me, tell me, I didn't touch your daughter, I slept with your baby mama. I said, I'm pretty sure you did. I don't care about that. I done been in Georgia for 4 years. I done down the whole half of state. That's besides the point. My point is my daughter said you touched her, you and me got a problem. So moving forward, I called the police because I was going to kill him. And before I got to him, he turned himself in, did 10 days. The mother did not prosecute. Moving forward, my daughter's now 19, graduated, top of honors, school with West Division, where my mom and them graduated from. We Hopkins up in here, Blake up in here, and her name is Adriana Carter. And now she's married and finna have a baby. I wasn't even invited to the damn baby shower because she mad at me for not killing my cousin.
Oh, wow.
I had to forgive this man. Because I couldn't get to him. And I didn't sick nobody only when I went to jail for what her mama did to me, which was put felony charges, stalking charges. I've spent 20 years with this lady. I got 3 kids by you, and I done raised your 24-year-old son. And you gonna call the police on me because you and your new cat got a new baby, and you think I'm watching you. And you stay in the hood off of Tiff Taylor.
Oh, wow.
In my hood on 26th Lincoln, where I grew up at. And I can't go to no parties and no picnics because, besides the fans watching, and my kids stay down the street on 24th and Cherry. Come find out, this woman had me put in jail. I done took the misdemeanor bail jumping charges because I fly to Atlanta frequently, and I didn't show up in court. Didn't know I had to go because she sent me to, she got a guardian ad litem, and the DA, man, took my kids from me without my permission. Sole custody of my boys. Now they're finna be 14 and 16. Angel's birthday is finna be the 15th, the day before Tupac's birthday, which was the following Father's Day, so I don't want nothing for Father's Day. This woman took my kids from me legally, and I'm not dead, crazy, or in jail. And I want my kids. Been Father of the Year, 5 years out of, since 09, 10, 12, 13, and 15. I'm SDC Face the Fatherhood Program. I got invited to Obama, but my record for me shooting dude, reckless endangerment of safety, attempted murder, made me a safety hazard. So I didn't go to the White House, but I was invited. My name is on the stationery at the White House. So I had to forgive my cousin and give him grace for him to be on this earth. A year later, he hollering at his baby, his little sister boyfriend. Dude stabbed him in the eye, ripped his eye out. Now he walking around here like Fetty Wap. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Karma is a bee, dude. And I met her because when I got shot, I figured I lived for everything I got away with. So for me to learn from that. And then to have this happen to my baby, and I walked from 30th and Michigan, I'm sorry for taking up y'all time, to 29th and Wales, to 29th and Wales with a golf club, but then I thought about it. That's premeditated. Let me go back.
Right.
Let me go put it away. Let me call the police. Let me get them involved. They wanted to put me in custody, worry about what I was going to do instead of finding him. And he already had a record of being a pedophile.
And no charges.
And then I see him at Pick and Save and snap out. And then I calm down. I'm like, I ain't seen this man in 3 years, and I seen him. And then my baby cousin, my niece, get her brains blew out last year on the 13th, which is coming up.
Wow.
It's been a year. She didn't come to the funeral. But then my little cousin was found dead last week, Tuesday. Her funeral tomorrow. And I can't go to the family reunion because he going to be there. And my auntie is his grandmama. And my little cousins and my uncles, they don't mess with dude. And he messed with one of his little sisters. And she said she would testify.
Oh,
and
wow.
my daughter would, but my daughter want to sweep it under the rug. So my point is, you have to forgive to have grace in your life, because I'm happy. I'm faithful. I'm married. I got the woman of my dreams. I've been married twice, and I know the difference between happy and not, because I'm happy now. God is good, Tori. I'll holler at you, player.
All right. Hey, look, I appreciate you for tapping in. I mean, we going through a lot of turmoil. We going through a lot of stress. And I tell people, forgiveness is one of the things that comes with a lot of understanding about letting go of certain things so you can move forward and operate and function on a high level. Many times, like Blake that just called in, look at all of this drama, look at all of the stress that took place within the family, within a relationship. We all going through a lot of things, Truth Nation. But we got to learn how to work together somehow. And that don't mean, and sometimes when people say work together, y'all think that y'all got it twisted. That don't mean y'all got to go out and hang out and kick it and do nothing like that. That means that overall we got to do what's best for moving forward, for progress. And that don't mean we got to be watching Netflix together and hanging out in the backyard. Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more discussion. Can we forgive? Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
This is the new 1017 The Truth Milwaukee Public School Athletic Alumni Spotlight.
Rhea Lewis, the first Riverside High School women's basketball player to be drafted into the WNBA in 2017. She was born June 22nd, 1994, daughter of Sharice and Freddie Lewis. Brianna would go on to lead Riverside High School women's basketball team to state in 2013, averaging 15 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 2 steals per game. Brianna would then become a Wildcat playing for Kansas State in 2014, where she was starting over 89 games in just her first 3 seasons. Brianna's talents for offense and defense would all come to fruition the night she was drafted into the WNBA by championship-winning team, the Dallas Wings. Brianna Lewis, always a Riverside Tiger, and always MPS proud.
This has been your Milwaukee Public School Athletic Alumni Spotlight, presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. We Energies want you to keep this important safety message in mind. Before you start digging, planting, or landscaping on your property, call 811 to have underground utilities marked. Calling 811 at least 3 business days before you plan to dig will help you know what's below and can prevent a hazardous situation. Our representatives will mark the underground utilities on your property for free. So remember, stay safe and call before you dig.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
It's time to see what's poppin' with Melanie Ricks.
What's up, everybody? It's Melanie Ricks, and it's time to see what's poppin' with today's Pop Culture Report. Rapper Remy Ma celebrated her birthday last week with a star-studded party and an interesting confession about her age of all things. So according to Vibe magazine, amid a crowd of partygoers that included Fabulous and Fat Joe, rapper Remy Ma took to the mic to thank everybody for coming to her party, saying, "I appreciate y'all being here for my 35th birthday. I don't count the years when I was in prison, and I don't count the years from COVID." The admission was an interesting one, and it certainly got people talking on social media. Remy Ma was sentenced to prison for 8 years back in 2008 after being found guilty on assault, weapons, and attempted coercion charges. Remy served 6 of those 8 years and was released in 2014. And according to Remy, those 6 years, plus the years that COVID took from the world, simply do not count. And so instead of celebrating her 43rd birthday, she celebrated her 35th birthday. If you do the math, it's giving 6 years for prison, 2 years for COVID. So by that logic, I'm curious, can we all alter our birthdays? Should we all start saying that we're actually 2 years younger than what we are? I'm here for it. I'm 31. Yeah, I'm not afraid to tell you my age, but it's definitely given 29 and still fine. So you mean to tell me that I'll be celebrating my 30th birthday this year? Oh, behave. I'm here for it. Appreciate you, Remy Ma. It brings a whole new meaning to act your age. Am I right? So what age are we acting like today? Just kidding. And that's what's poppin'.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth. Is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Sneid. After hitting the walk-off single on Tuesday against Baltimore, Joey Wiemer was back at it over at American Family Field Wednesday night with not 1, not 2, but 5 RBIs, including 2 home runs as the Brewers roll for the 10-2 win over the Orioles. Corbin Burns got the start, tossing 8 innings, allowing no runs and striking out 9. The Brewers will look for the series sweep later today. Coverage of Orioles-Brewers gets underway over on WTMJ at 12:35. Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets reclaimed the 2-1 series lead over the Heat with the 109-94 Game 3 win in Miami. Jokic and his partner Jamal Murray became the first teammates in NBA Finals history to both record a 30-point triple-double. Denver will look to add to their lead with Game 4 scheduled for Friday in Miami. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Shout out to Sparkle! Hold it down for the 262 down in Racine! Your boy BJ loves it! She's big pressure!
Big pressure, big drip, big flow. See, big chains, don't ask what it costs me. Big hair, big nails, big saucy. Shout out to Khalees, cause I'm feeling bossy. Big pressure, big drip, big flow. See, big chains, don't ask what it costs me. Big hair, big nails, big saucy. Shout out to Khalees, cause I'm feeling bossy. Big pressure.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z in the building. Hometown Music Thursdays, hosted by Benjamin. Hey, look, the topic of the day is forgiveness. Now, I need Truth Nation to tap in. You know what I mean? Forgiveness means different things to different people. But in general, you know, it's the intention, the decision to let go of resentment and anger. You know, letting go of that resentment and anger. Now, sometimes people will hold your forgiveness for weakness. You know, you'll forgive them and then they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm finna get back in, you know, and try to do something else. No, don't let nobody take your forgiveness for weakness now. I understand you learned the lesson, but you're still trying to be a blessing. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation? It's just one of those things that we have to do to move forward and get everything on track. We have to learn to forgive. Now, I ain't say be no sucker now. Let somebody try to manipulate you. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about letting somebody play you out. No, that's not that conversation. Forgiveness meaning I'm going to let go of this resentment and anger. I had to do it. I got jumped at work in Minnesota by white men that tried to throw me in the hog grinder. I had to go through a whole federal situation. I forgave those people. After I tried to put them in prison. Hey, God bless you. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, you know, like I said, like, you know, I'll tell you this. This is the one thing that I've learned in my lifetime. You can't carry the weights and burdens and stresses and move forward. You got to learn to be able to move forward in a way to keep your energy vibrating high. And a lot of people are on low vibrations. They're carrying low vibrational ideas, but they have big dreams. And some of y'all forgiving the wrong people. I say that's a problem. Some of y'all forgiving the wrong people. Y'all understand what I'm talking about. Y'all understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. Some of y'all forgiving folks and y'all probably should have not hooked up back with that person. You should have forgave them and let them go on by their business. You just let go of the resentment and anger, but that don't mean give them an opportunity to recreate the situation. Some of y'all love the drama. Some of y'all get on social media and Facebook and talk about, I hate this person, this and that. And then the people in the comments get to feeding into it. And next thing you know, it's this big thing. And you know what the people in the comments is doing? Instigating the situation. Now, all of a sudden, now y'all talking about pull up. Now y'all talking about send me the Addy. Pull up, boy. And now y'all on Fox 6 News and one of y'all going to prison and one of y'all going to the grave. It happens all the time. But I'm talking about progressive forgiveness. Real meaningful forgiveness to where forward progress can be made. Even if it ain't from the person you forgave, but within yourself. That's the type of forgiveness that I'm talking about. When I come back, I'm going to hit the lines, Truth Nation. We got some callers on the lines. This is not an easy topic for everybody because a lot of y'all out there listening to this radio show right now, y'all can't forgive nobody. Y'all riding around listening to Tory Lowe and still ain't forgave nobody, and you ain't gonna forgive nobody. But God bless you. But you gotta try to figure out a way to make progress and get mature to the point where that resentment and that anger can be let go. When we come back, we're going to stay on the lines. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris. I'm excited to announce the Truth Financial Empowerment Partnership with Northwestern Mutual. They're a national leader in financial services. Every month, I speak with a representative from Northwestern Mutual about investing, building generational wealth, and how to best reach financial freedom. Tune in to Truth in the Afternoon on Wednesday, June 14th, 4:15 p.m. I'll speak with Northwestern Mutual financial advisors J.B. Bell and Erica Wright about the 10 financial concepts you need to know to enhance your financial wellness.
This is your Financial Empowerment Minute on the new 1017 The Truth, presented by Northwestern Mutual.
So if folks don't have budgets, first and foremost, would you all recommend that they put together a B word?
Well, you know what? I think I got another B word. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, is yours the other B word? What B word is yours?
So here's my deal. I don't think most people have a budgeting problem. I think most people have a behavioral problem.
Oh.
Okay? So the budget is no good if you're not going to make a commitment to follow through on what you're doing. And I think that's really the key. You got to have enough courage to sit down and go through all your expenses, but then you do need to kind of have that real conversation and hold yourself to the fire to actually commit to doing the action. When me and Erica merged years ago, she has a budget, right, where it actually annualizes how much money you're spending for the year on that said thing. So if you were to put in, say, $100 a month for your coffee, whatever it may be, on her budget, you're going to see it actually being $1,200 for the year.
Tune into The Truth every month for our financial empowerment interviews with Northwestern Mutual.
When it comes to riding the bus, there's a better way to pay. It's Wisco, Milwaukee County Transit System's new modern fare collection system. Wisco is available as a card and in the UMO app, and is packed with features to make paying for your rides faster, easier, more reliable, and more affordable. So make the switch to Wisco and start enjoying the better way to pay. Learn more about the exciting changes at ridemcts.com/Wisco or download the UMO app.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The weather is heating up, and so is Brewers baseball season. All the best action of the summer is here. That's your pass for fast-paced baseball, electricity in the ballpark, and the party in the tailgate lots. And with new deals available for you and your crew, the ballpark is the place to make your summer count. Get tickets to any upcoming Brewers game now at brewers.com/tickets.
You are listening to The Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah, I know what it is. Shout to Wave Chappelle. Holding it down for 414.
Yeah.
It's 101.7 The Truth.
I'm in a whole nother energy zone. I drop heat, but they sleep on it like memory foam. I touch down and celebrate like I ain't been here before. Take it to the top and make sure that my can go. Spit facts, y'all know. Every time I drop quotes, swear they tried to keep us out the game, but the lock broke. Down for your shorty like I'm jumping off the top rope. And the flow make them go, whoa, I'm Pop Smoke.
101.7 The Truth. Tori Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z in the house on the 1 and 2s. Hometown Music Thursdays hosted by your boy Benjamin. Hey, look, we've been talking about a topic that a lot of people may feel some type of way about, and that's forgiving. Now, I think that we need to understand ways of communicating how we feel, ways of dealing with things to make sure that we are able to progress. But many times having that stress and that pettiness in your chest, it kind of slows you down. It kind of surrounds you with a certain type of energy that may spill out on people that may not have anything to do with that type of situation. And many times you can get in relationships, you can tell when a person is holding on to a lot of things because they're bringing that over into new ideas. And many times you got to let that go. You're moving forward, but you're starting to hold other people back too at the same time. That's why it's important to release that energy. But we go ahead to the lines, 833-212-1017. Talk to text, 833-212-1017. Brother Love, you're on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Hey, how's it going, Brother Tory?
How you doing, Brother Love?
I'm feeling amazing.
Hey. What is your thoughts on forgiveness, and how can we add forgiveness in a way where we can progress?
Honestly, Tory, I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place in my life as far as, I ask God for forgiveness every day. But when I look back at the world post COVID, one of the things that concerns me and worries me deeply on my heart is that, this is not for people that's, privileged and well off, but for me, the poor man, I don't see the black woman, the average black woman, I don't see the black woman with no repentance no more, or you can't apologize to her no more. You can't say you're sorry. You can't say, baby, I forgive you, I love you, I need you, I care about you, I want you. Please forgive me. You can't do that, because when I turn on the TV and look at the news, guys tried to do it, so they didn't have no other understanding. So you know what I mean. So so my prayer is, I'm asking God, touch the black woman's heart, God, and so she can learn how to forgive and because I'm very apologetic. So, but I don't see it. So, I live my life. All the women that I love, they forgave me. But now these young men coming up, and they ain't got no woman that can forgive them. What they're gonna do to their heart.
That sounds like a lot of broken people right there. A lot of brokenness going on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Yes. And I just, what I'm saying, my sisters, I thank God for my sisters and my mamas, because they was very loving and forgiving, and I depended on that, and I loved it that. So I just pray that God can just help men and women, forgive each other again.
Okay, hey, look, I agree. Like I said, it's going to start with having the empathy for each other. Look what happened to our communities in America. We got to make sure that we understand our history and understand that in order for us to move forward, we got to move forward together. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we count on the support of community partners. One of those local partners is Associated Bank. Together, we are committed to uplifting local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee home and promise to be a positive reflection on the community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank, member FDIC.
This is 1017 The Truth's Tory Lowe, and I am Milwaukee. The Tory Lowe Show has become a resource for the community. I enjoy having open, on-air discussions about what we can do to regroup, rethink the black man, the black woman, and the black child. This show is about that action, and I want all the smoke. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the new 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
We need each other, now more than ever. Because every someone needs someone else.
We need each other, because when we work together, we can do so much more.
When we work together, we connect more children with what they need to grow up healthy, educated, and safe. And that's what Child Fund is all about.
Together, we co-create, support, and sustain connections that lead to greater well-being for millions of children facing poverty.
Which also benefits their families, their communities, their countries, and you.
Because when you make someone's world better, you make everyone's world better.
Child Fund. Because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 24 countries to achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org That's childfund.org.
Drive safely, Wisconsin. Highway workers are out on the road. They do it to better serve you. And just like you, they want to get home safely at the end of a hard day's work. When driving, all of us have a chance to set the right example. Be patient. Put down the phone. Never text and drive. Slow down and move over if possible to give workers a little extra room. Work zone safety. It's everyone's responsibility.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Dear Hero, thank you for donating plasma. I recently moved off the reservation, which meant a lot of stress, and that set a spiral of attacks. I take the plasma injections bi-weekly, and I haven't had any attacks since trying it. It's just gone. Because of you, I feel amazing.
Giving equals living. Give plasma. Replenish the supply. Learn more at hhs.gov/giveplasma. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melanie Ricks with your news update. Milwaukee police say that a 7-year-old boy and a 13-year-old boy were on a school bus when it was struck by gunfire Tuesday afternoon. It happened as the bus was traveling eastbound on Meineke near 15th Street just before 3 p.m. Fortunately, no one on the school bus was seriously injured. Police are still searching for suspects. Anyone with any information is asked to contact Milwaukee Police at 414-935-7360, or to remain anonymous, you can contact Crime Stoppers at 414-224-TIPS. You can also use the P3 Tips app. A Milwaukee man was charged on Monday in connection to a hit and run that left a mother of 4 and her dog dead in October. Calvin Eugene Gardner was charged with 1 felony count of hit and run resulting in death. The deadly hit and run happened on Thursday, October 20th of 2022 near Appleton and Silver Spring. Police say that a 40-year-old woman, Nikki Blanc Boringer, was hit by a driver while walking her dog around 11 p.m. The mother of 4 was pronounced dead on the scene. Her dog also later died from his injuries. A cash bond of $5,000 was set for Gardner on Tuesday. He returns to court on June 12th for a preliminary hearing. If convicted, Gardner faces a maximum of 25 years in prison and a $100,000 fine. The Locust Street Festival is back for the first time since 2019. Set to take place this Sunday, June 11th, they are also going to be welcoming back the Locust Street Beer Run. The run is happening right before the festival, and it's a 1.6-mile run that stretches through River West with 4 lakefront beer stops along the route at different businesses. The run begins at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday, and you can register on the same day. The festival itself takes place from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Locust Street from Humboldt Street to Holton. The festival is free for all. For more information, you can visit their website at locuststreetfestival.org. This was the news update on 1017 The Truth. The Tori Lowe Show continues next here on the new 1017 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tori Lowe want all the action, or you want all the smoke? Oh, this thing, I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the past. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth and the Truth app.
The reason I believe the racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20 to 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tori, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me? We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tori Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Yeah. It's Tori Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tori Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tori Lowe. Tori Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Welcome to the third hour of the Tori Lowe Show. Hometown Music Thursdays, hosted by Benjamin. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, look, we having another conversation, another powerful conversation about forgiveness. And a lot of y'all, you know, some people can find a way to forgive and move on, and other people want to hold on. They want to be petty. They want to be toxic. They want to be about that drama. And I tell people, like, that can only end up in a bad space if you're holding on to low vibrational, low frequency type energies. You know what I mean? And a lot of times that energy holding a lot of y'all back from being what y'all want to be in life. Now, I ain't say go and play patty cake with the person. I ain't saying all of that. I'm just saying letting go of that resentment and anger is good for you. And sometimes you got to forgive yourself. Make sure that you forgive yourself as well for the things that maybe you allowed. You got to forgive yourself. We go ahead to the lines, 833-212-1017. Talk to text, 833-212-1017. Winky Blue, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Hey, good afternoon to you, big brother.
How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed, man. I heard a couple of callers. That one caller that called in, man, about the forgiveness and about how his daughter didn't forgive him because she said he should have went over there and killed dude. I would like him to call back. If you guys could give him any of my information, we'd like to recognize that brother at the Reformed Felons Ball on June 18th, which we do every year. If he's listening, call back and somebody pass the information along, my information, so we can acknowledge that brother for just staying out here and going through the trauma of forgiving.
Right.
And, you know, I think forgiveness, man, is a personal, private thing. Right. I don't think one needs to actually have to get up and announce that he's forgiven, because some people will take your forgiveness for kindness, and they'll hurt you, man.
For weakness.
And go ahead, I'm sorry.
Forgiveness for weakness.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Mr. Love called in and said about the black women. He's perfectly right, because now you show a broad, baby, I'm sorry, she gets stronger, boy. Her resentment and her anger. Now, whether she means it or it's an act of defense or an act to show you that she's really, really mad, I don't know what the cause is. But when you apologize today to a woman, she gets stronger, man. And
like she got something, like she holding something over your head.
That's right. And she'll be mean to you. Sort of like kicking a man in his groin when he already down on the ground. And, kick him again. Okay, they get stronger. And I don't know where that has came from, but it's definitely existing in not only black culture, but all culture. When you apologize to a woman nowadays, instead of her accepting that, she gets strong. Well, you shut out there. And hey, man, so, you know, I would suggest to anybody, man, that if you really feel like you want to, you're holding some grudge against somebody and you need some forgiveness, take it to God. I never understood when a black man get killed by a white man in the neighborhood or anywhere that they get up on TV and say, or a black man and a black man, and the parents get on TV and say, I forgive him. Now, once you do that right there, you just took the sting out of whatever punishment the police ain't even. I mean, they looking. You got some bloodhounds that's gonna look under every rock trying to find evidence to convict whoever. But the sting is gone. Let's find this killer. Let's find this shooter. Okay, it's gone because the simple fact of the matter, or a jury, the prosecution. Once you openly forgive, I think forgiveness should be between you and God. And I would suggest anybody that's listening to believe in a God, and not just any God, but the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the true and living God. So I think that should be between you and him. Mm-hmm. And if you acknowledge it openly, I tell you, a lot of times you're setting yourself up for exactly what you're talking about right now. Your weakness, they're going to come at you like that. But if that brother is listening, I would like to throw his name in the hat and get him acknowledged at the Reformed Felons Ball. And who knows, they might have something there for him. But we can't do nothing to acknowledge just his effort. The brother said, I was going with a golf club, and I thought about this premeditated. See, you starting to think now. Right. You starting to use your head now. When you get to that point, you starting to realize that the game, the game, man, is for real. So when you start using your head like that, somebody needs to say that brother was saying, because he thought about it, man. He thought about the law.
He did. Right.
I can't get away with this one. I can't get away with this one. They're gonna throw the book at me. So if that brother listening, my number is there, and please, man, pass it on so we can at least, that's one brother right there that's fighting to stay out here. And so many blacks and whites are fighting to stay out here. But with this Reform Felons Ball, man, June 18th, we got Freeway Ricky Ross coming in out of California this year. And, the regular crew, the Ken Ivey, the book writer, and, Baby Drew gonna probably come through and do his thing. But we appreciate anybody that's able to get out and share with us, man. But that little brother call back, please, man.
Okay, we gonna make sure that if he call back, I'm gonna make sure he get contacted with you. Okay.
Thank you for that opportunity, man, to just shine some light on a brother that's fighting to stay out that joint.
He
man.
had a powerful story. That was powerful.
And that was a testimony. That was a testimony, bro.
Man. All right. Thank you for tapping in, Brother Wink. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Hey, look, this is a powerful conversation. This is one of those things where when we talking about forgiveness, it's different for everybody, but you got to make sure that it's a pure, from the heart forgiveness in order to move on. And many times, I had to look at myself and just, walk. It wasn't easy many times to even present the forgiveness. And like Winky said, a lot of times I forgave me first in private, So I was able to offer that forgiveness to somebody else. We're going to stay on the lines. Al, you on the new 101.7 The Truth, tap in.
Well, the first thing I want to say, you don't have to forgive. And if you done something from your heart, why should I forgive you? One thing we fail to realize, I'm not God, and I'm not in the Bible. So why would I forgive to make myself feel okay? I can go through this world and hate your guts and hope you get hit by a bus. I could go through this world and see you on your hands and knees and your stomach is coming out your back, and I will let you rot like food in a refrigerator in an abandoned house. If I did something from you from the kindness of my heart, and you go out your way to do it because it's within your heart, no, I'm not going to forgive you.
I can go through this world as the sun shine on me with a smile on my face and hate your every last and no good guts. And say why you wasn't a Planned Parenthood in your mama's mouth when you was born. See, that is the problem. They always say, well, you want to do this to make yourself feel. See, I don't believe in that reverse psychology and that mental warfare. If you do something from your heart, it was already within you. So why would I forgive myself to make you feel better and make myself feel better? See, I don't agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't forgive, I don't have to forgive. I mean, come on now. How many people have died? They still forgiving and people still dying. So I know people say, well, you got to get right with God. No, I don't have to get right with God because I'm not God. I'm not in the Bible. So I don't have to get right with him. Because if he was so right, he wouldn't have told somebody marry a prostitute nor let his kids sell one of his sons into slavery. So why should I have to forgive? You ain't finna put that baggage on me. To each his own. You can forgive till you turn blue and your eyes turn red. But when you walk out that door, somebody still can do something from you, from their heart. So no, I don't have to forgive to go through my life with a smile on my face. I go through my life all the time. And there's a lot of people who done me wrong. But you know what? I don't have to forgive them because you know what I say? If you get hit by a bus, I'm going to walk right over you. And I might narrow down that way. Actually, I might spit in your face.
You said if they was on fire, you wouldn't pee on them to put the fire out.
No, that's too good for me. I'm gonna let them burn, and even when they burn, the ashes still ain't gonna be no good.
Oh wow!
How about that?
Hey, hey, and the thing is, it can be. Some people feel like that. That's why I don't. Hey, look, people feel like that. There's some people walking around that feel like they ain't got to forgive and they ain't got to do nothing. And Al was a perfect example of that. I mean, that's why I say this is a tough conversation because it means multiple things, different things to multiple people. And many times when we talk about progress, now I'm talking about progress in the community when I'm talking about brothers and sisters working together to move forward. Now, a lot of the times we forget the wrong people and the manipulation and the trauma continues because they'll take advantage of that forgiveness. And that happens too. So you got to use caution when to present a forgiving idea, and it should always be based on progress. And that's me. Like, now it's not progressive if the person that is needing to be forgiven is going to continue to do the same thing. And maybe they may not even be mature, that they may even take that forgiveness as a way to throw a guilt trip. Like they may try to hold and rise up on you with the forgiveness, but they also take kindness for weakness. Some people love the drama. Some people out here they in love with the drama. But we're going to stay on the lines. Miss Shaq, you on the new 101.7 The Truth, tap in.
Good afternoon, King.
How you doing, Queen?
And all Truth Nation. It's a beautiful day, and it's a very deep and beautiful topic because, it has both an ugly side, and a beautiful side to it, just like love and
right.
Just like hate, but it's emotions that we are given to master. And according to scripture, it used to be eye for an eye, but as we evolve, as humans, there's, things in our heart that compels us through understanding, through compassion, through empathy to arrive at forgiveness. And it releases the anger and the hate, the, mutual evil, if you will, upon the aggressor that caused us this harm. I know I am a victim, as well. And we collectively as Black people are victims as well. And we are also forgiving people as well. But in the act of forgiveness, we evolve, like you said, and progress. And that's the fruit of forgiveness when you evolve from where you was mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So as in all things in our journey, we have our own personal interpretation. But the main thing is that in everything, there's a balance. And in forgiveness, there's a balance.
Right. I agree.
But you're showing such a beautiful side of your soul and your heart to convey it the way you are, because it is so true. And this is a course topic that should be taught in classes, churches, universities, because humanity needs it at this time. We've been deprived of so many things that we're capable of doing. And it's a shame that we have to experience it this way to learn it.
Right. I agree.
But I hear you, brother. I hear you, and I feel you.
Thank you, Ms. Shaq. Hey, I appreciate you.
I want to say to that young man, we are all a star, a superhero of our testimony. We are all a superhero of our testimony.
All right. Hey, I appreciate you for tapping in, Ms. Shaq. The one thing that I've learned over the years is that you got to use tact. You can't always operate off emotion. Sometimes emotion will lead you to a destructive place. And a lot of people will take advantage if they know that you don't have any tact or skill. They can play on your emotions and steer you, And many times it happens with politics. And many times it happens with people who have no intention on really being good to you or really being in your favor. Many times they see you as a pawn, and they'll try to move you around like a pawn on a chessboard. And so we end up forgiving the wrong people, because you got to realize forgiveness comes to those that are willing to make progress. And you got to realize the difference between forgiveness and when somebody's at war with you, that's trying to destroy you. So understand that. You can operate, sometimes God sanctioned war and destruction on the enemy. So understand what I'm saying is forgiveness is a progressive idea. But you got to realize that a lot of people would take your forgiveness for weakness if they mean you no harm, if they mean you harm and no good. So be wise and have great understanding when you present those olive branches. Are you presenting the olive branch to the wrong ideas? Y'all done forgave the Democratic Party, and the Democratic Party enslaved black folks. They enslaved our people, but you working with a party that enslaved your folks. But you gave them the olive branch. You forgave them. But you can't forgive your brothers and sisters and your friends that you're in the neighborhood with, and the kids and the things like that in the neighborhood. I'm interested. If anybody can make that make sense. That's why I say forgiveness is a progressive idea. It shouldn't make you go backwards. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Thank you, Truth Nation. Your passion and support has helped make Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association best radio show in the state of Wisconsin.
When did this word become so powerful that a person would go to jail, injure, or take another person's life? When did we give this word and other people power over us to ruin our lives?
We do this all for you, Milwaukee. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk. This is your Axe Housing home buying tip of the week with D. Kemp. D, why should people put home ownership on their to-do list?
The to-do list is extremely important. To-do means I have to actually get something done. There's a wish list and there's a to-do list. And a lot of us are sitting back wishing for home ownership instead of actually putting it on our to-do list and understanding I have to take some action. I have to be proactive to realize this goal for myself and my family. So it's extremely important to take home ownership off your wish list and put it on your to-do list. Come to Axe. Let us get you prepared. Let us help you get pre-approved. Let's make this process as easy as possible for you because you have the people that you need on your team to make your dream of home ownership a reality. To put home ownership on your to-do list, all you need to do is visit axehousing.org to get started and complete our virtual orientation.
Are you looking for an opportunity to better the Milwaukee community? Do you want to develop your skills for a career or job? City Year Milwaukee is recruiting for its 14th cohort of AmeriCorps members. We are hiring young adults ages 18 to 25 to serve our amazing scholars in Milwaukee Public Schools. This opportunity allows you to serve your community and gain professional development, which will allow you to enter the workforce, your next educational journey, or even stay with us for a second year of service. Visit cityyear.org to connect with our local recruiters and learn how to apply.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Miller High Life. Always flavorful, always refreshing, always at the right price. The champagne of beers. Welcome to the High Life. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
After you've been seriously injured, it can be difficult to deal with the insurance company. Don't take them on alone. At Gruber Law Offices, our team is here to help 24/7. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is the Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Shout out Genesis Renji, Ski Man, Hotel Thursdays, let's go!
Don't know what they into. Hanging out the window, money on my man, I can switch the tempo. Up there like crescendo, I can make 100 off an instrumental. I can make it rain every other day, tell me what you into. She asking my name like she want the fame, but don't want the issues. Hanging out the window, money on my
June is National Home Ownership Month, and the award-winning 1017 The Truth has partnered with Axe Housing and BMO Harris Bank to highlight the benefits of home ownership and intergenerational wealth it can create. Tune into The Truth with Sherwin Hughes all month long as he speaks with real estate agents, mortgage lenders, home buying coaches, and they're talking about making your dream of home ownership a reality. Also, make sure you go to 1017thetruth.com right now to sign up for our home buying seminar on Wednesday, June 14th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Start on that path to home ownership with The Truth. Hey. Also, the new 1017 The Truth is excited to be back celebrating the 52nd annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee. Make sure you come down on Monday, June 19th, as we will be broadcasting live from Juneteenth celebration from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stop by our table to play games, get some Truth swag, and say what's up to your favorite Truth teammates. 1017 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is sponsored by Educators Credit Union, Tayback Law, Molson Coors, and Associated Bank. Hey, all right now, look, great conversation, another great conversation we having. Hey, look, 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. I got to talk to text today. I want to read this. I look like they was Twitter fingering a little bit. They said the Democrat Party that enslaved people was different from the Democrat Party today. You need to learn. See, now this is where they're trying to take a stab. You need to learn your history. You sound more like Winky, Blue, and Eddie. Like, and this is what they do. Like, and for a long time, black talk radio hosts have been silenced, or if they didn't go with the establishment, this was what happens right here. Listen, they try to demonize you like you need to learn your history. Like, I know more about my history than you do. See, this is what I'm saying. And these people that do this, we got to stop that. They'll make you hate black people so they can push their agenda. And this is an agenda that we got to recognize. Before they do anything to you, they'll try to demonize you if you don't go along with the narratives. And for many times when I was growing up, the people that they talked about the most, they was right. Like the establishment didn't like that those people were telling the truth. So they had to make you hate them. Matter of fact, Martin Luther King, before they assassinated him, they took a poll on if the black community and the black churches really even liked Martin Luther King. And it came back largely negative, and he was assassinated. This is what they do. But we wise now. It's 2023. We know better. We gonna talk it straight. We gonna tell the truth. If you like it or not, you can put a sock in it. That's what's happening. Hey, look, we go ahead to the lines. Freddie G, you on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Hey, my brother, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Freddie G?
We got a brother out there that don't want to forgive. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, you know, it's a lot of people have a lot of problems with forgiveness.
Okay, first of all, forgiveness is a character trait that we were created with, and we would not believe in it and worship a creator that doesn't have a lot of forgiveness, right? Everybody wants to be forgiven, but they don't want to forgive. You got to let that go. So the one who is not willing to forgive should remember that he expects God to forgive him. Therefore, you need to leave yourself with no other choice than to forgive. And know that when you do forgive, you receive forgiveness, and the act is a good deed that goes into your spiritual bank account. And we all have them. And that's the real account, not you as bank account, but your spiritual bank account.
Right.
That holds nothing but good and bad deeds. So the right thing, so in other words, do the right thing, forgive people when you should, get paid for it at the same time, and it's a win-win situation.
I agree.
It's a win-win situation.
I agree, Freddie. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this. You know, the one thing I'll tell you this, you know, it was a long time where even with us, when we came up, sometimes they fed us Western culture ideas and things that we used and things that we thought that was true, you know, like Columbus discovered America, you know, we thought that was true. We had to mark that on a piece of paper. I understand what I'm saying. So we have to forgive ourselves for sometimes using ideas that we were taught as children. And as we got older, we realized that it wasn't true. Like I'm going to give you an example. Like they say milk does a body good. You know what I mean? And now we're finding out a lot of truths about human consumption of cow milk. You know, what I'm saying is a lot of things that we have thought to be true was marketed to us. And from no fault of our own. So many times we have to start peeling ourselves back, understanding the truth about things, and start to operate from a more truthful understanding instead of a Western culture narrative. And many times those narratives were designed to benefit Western culture ideas. I understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. So many times, a lot of things that off the top that I was talking about when I was in my 20s, you know, when I was, you know, young and went to school, and these things were told to me through the education system and through my grandparents. Many times things were told to them. So what I'm saying is we have to forgive ourselves and our grandparents and people that are around us, because many times the logic they was using, they felt that it was best to use that logic without really knowing the full understanding. So now we have to understand that we have to move different if we want to get different. I understand what I'm saying. We got to move different if we want to get different. And it's a lot of people that's fighting to keep us docile. It's a lot of people that benefit off the ignorance of black. I'm going to tell you right now, I was blackballed by black because I didn't go with the status quo because I didn't see no progress. I didn't see no results. So I went and got the results. I went and did it. I went and tried to figure it out. So that's what I say with conviction, because I had to put myself through the process to figure it out and understand what the truth really was. So understand that we can change things around. But are you willing to make the sacrifice? Are you willing to forgive your brothers and sisters in the neighborhoods, in the communities, and reshape, regroup? That's the only way. And that's why I talk about forgiveness, because it's never been a better time to come together than right now. Change is at our fingertips. Change is at our fingertips. It can be done, and we can do it. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm excited because we're living in a time where many times, even as black radio hosts, we couldn't talk like this on the radio. We couldn't talk like this on the radio and talk about how we truly feel. We had to go along with the establishment. But Joe Biden to tell you to
hush up, boy.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. This is what they do. They don't want us to be free intellectually and understand what we're really looking at and what we're really dealing with. As long as you're running around chasing your tail, 10 years from now, we'll be right here looking at the same conditions. That time in our lives is over. We want results, and we want it right now. We ain't waiting. The people on the south side not waiting. The migrants ain't waiting. The Afghanistans ain't waiting. The Ukrainians ain't waiting. But they told us to wait. They didn't even have no money for us. All of a sudden, they got millions of dollars for the migrants. Somebody put that together and figure that out and tell me what's up with that. It's our turn, and it's going to take a multitude of us to turn it around, and it's working, and it's happening. Change your mind, change your life. When we come back, we'll be joined on the lines by Justice Wisconsin advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
Hello, I'm Tony Evers, the Governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured, we're here to help. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. Call 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727. or visit vrapwi.com. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there's nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat.
Not only is it important and it is the right thing to do and align with values, but it's also a competitive necessity.
That's Coquel CEO Linnea Irvin talking to Bloomberg about how businesses can benefit from better diversity, equity, and inclusion practices. Her firm is a nonprofit that specializes in helping companies better understand DEI and provides them with tools to up representation throughout their workforce, including in leadership. Coquel works with over 100 companies and does an extensive amount of research, but some of her suggestions on DEI end up being pretty simple.
What we encourage companies to do is really consider who might not be given the same opportunities for advancement or development just by virtue of perhaps not being seen. You know, we think about whether it's representation of women in the C-suite or representation of LGBTQ talent or black talent.
Having good sponsorship and advocacy for underrepresented groups is a great way to help them succeed in your business. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. It's no love. Look, I don't need no one around me. I'll call her up when this liquor is telling me I need a body around me. I do not trust my surroundings. She fall in love with the thought of me, and I fall in love with my boundaries. I'm a pass, cause my past is a mess, and I'm kinda surprised that you found me, I'm covered in lies. I am not down with creating the vibe. I relate more to a ship that can't roll with the tide, but shorty, I'm good for a ride.
101, 7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z, did somebody left a voicemail?
Look, so I guess Eddie called in while we were on break, and he decided to leave us a voicemail because he knew we were going to be talking to Liz Brown. So let's see what he had to say.
Dory, it's Eddie. It occurred to me that here's a chance for the African American community to set a precedence on forgiveness and forgive America for the reparations that the African American community seeks. So we could start with that. It would be a great chance for the African American community to go ahead and set that precedence of forgiveness. Otherwise, have a good day, guys.
Oh, wow. Joining me on the lines is Justice Wisconsin advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Hey, I'm perturbed. Don't take up none of my minutes for never not being active, Eddie. He ain't even active, so he ain't even. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
What he was talking
matter,
about,
you know what I'm saying?
He just try to
never come out and put his beat boots on the ground. Eddie is not.
He don't even show up to none of the stuff.
He's not gonna show up. He's a coward.
He's not showing up to Juneteenth.
But again, those that don't put in the work, this is what we have to understand as Black Americans. Those that's not gonna put in the action. When you're talking about forgiveness, you're talking about have their actions changed. You understand? Eddie ain't never put forth any effort. He's not going to show up.
he just gonna run his mouth, because that's what they do. They run their mouth behind the scenes and then try to keep people on edge. But you should never allow somebody that'll never show up to have control of your emotions, because he's really a non-factor.
Facts.
Because he'll never show up.
Hey, it ain't no action there.
Call him Casper the Friendly Ghost. Again, puff of smoke in a high wind. But I said that to say this. Powerful topic. When we're talking about forgiveness, see, people don't understand that, forgiveness, you have to do that with intent. And it do begin with you. And especially us in the Black community, because everything we've been taught, we was taught in reverse. They called us animals. They called us beasts. We've taken the most brutal beatings of anyone on the planet. And we've been resilient, and we've always been forgiving to everybody else but ourselves. And that's because the self-hate that's been taught, the indoctrinations in the school taught us to hate each other. Our survival required us to hate each other, to turn on each other, to sell each other down the river. That's what the hate, that's what it do to you. It consumes you. My grandmother used to always say that not to forgive is like drinking poison and expecting the people that you hate to die. No, it's killing you. I had to forgive the person that violated me, because in reality, I understand that he was violated as well. Those of us that's been hurt blindly go around and cause harm. You have to forgive with intent. Only a coward holds on to hatred of his own kind. Only a coward refuses to love his own kind. But see, because it takes bravery to forgive. Forgiveness don't mean forgetting. Forgiveness means accepting the fact that you survived what the world threw at you. I'm a survivor. We are survivors of the worst circumstances. We the best that ever did it. We the only ones that had to do it. So in the movement of forgiveness right now, it's to have acceptance that the fact that the majority of the things that we were taught and the hatred that we spewed, for me to shoot somebody that looked like me shows how I feel about me on the inside, because I can't shoot it when I love me, unless it's to protect my life. We have forgiven the enemy time and time again. And we're holding on to the hatred of each other, which is a learned behavior. The wicked is going to always tell you to hold on to the hate, hold on to the venom, and they don't understand that it comes out somewhere, because it's in you. What you feel in your heart, you attract. You have to learn to let it go. Love them enough to let them go. And the ability that you have, don't allow them to change your heart, because they taught us that to show somebody that you're not a punk, you got to go vengeance with vengeance. And see, when you understand spirituality, when you understand that you have the power within your will to be good and bad, and sometimes at the same damn time, but it's the intent that's in your heart that you're going to have to reckon with in the long run. Only those of us that's righteously brave, that have the courage to love and forgive those who have came against us in our own community. Because see, the only chains that we got is the chains that we have on our brains and our hearts of the trauma that was put on us, and then we was put in small areas to cause that same harm to each other. This is all by a strategy. This is why they got us grouped up in all of these areas. This is what redlining is about. Because they want us to take each other out and then say, look at them. But they put us in this situation because we are rewarded. The wicked wicked is rewarded when they do wickedness. And the righteousness is whipped from being righteous, but never let somebody change your heart against somebody that look like you. Forgiveness is for you to move on, to accept the fact that you survived everything that killed everybody else. We the best of the worst out here. And we still able to get up every day and make it to rooms. We're the most educated with the least jobs. You understand? Like, that's what should give you the courage to forgive and to find the intent in your heart to love somebody that look like you. Because see, when we turn the hate to our enemies and turn the love onto ourselves is when the game changes. That's when the bottom becomes the top. That's when the last become first. You don't hold on. You let it go. You let it go and you let it flow like the water and allow it to be what it is. Just because you done forgave me don't mean you got to mess with me. Forgive me, wish me the best, and you going on about your life. When you hold on to that, and you might think that you not acting out and everything is good, but you got high cholesterol. You got diabetes. Cancer is eating you up because that's what you holding on to. This is why we have to talk about what they made us keep in silence. The molestations, the incest in the families, and all of these things. Silence is our sickness. And now we talking about it, we can heal. You understand? Like, the power of forgiveness is key.
I agree. And the one thing I say is it's up to us to make those decisions as a community, as a people, as a whole. And we can progress in a way that makes sense. When we come back, I want to get your final thoughts, Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Say locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Tap into Milwaukee's most entertaining morning show.
I thought Future was the only dude who wore red bottom shoes. No. Like, where are all these people getting this money from? And like you said, Denise, like how in the world am I going to your Facebook page and see that your son or daughter is doing all this and all that? And it's like, yo, hold on.
Don't you owe me $5?
You owe me about $20 that you've been saying you're going to get back to me.
Listen to Truth Be Told with DT and Tellez weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Denise Thomas with her truth.
The term diversity, equity, and inclusion has been at the forefront of many employers over the past 20 years, and even more so amplified since the release of the murder of George Floyd's video went viral. And for many of us that work in predominantly white environments, as members of Black or brown communities or traditionally marginalized communities, it's hard to understand exactly how I fit, how I adopt, and how I demonstrate the components of diversity, equity, inclusion. And more importantly, how am I on the receiving end? This is where communication and open dialogue is so important regarding the subject matter. It cannot and should be not treated as an extracurricular activity. It is a vital component in any business growth objectives, revenue generation, and more importantly, hiring and retaining a diverse pipeline of talented individuals. Have the conversations with your leader. Have the conversations with your direct reports. Have the conversations with people who make decisions on hiring, on culture, and promoting within. This is important. It will not go away. And we need to make sure that we're having the conversation so that everyone, regardless of how they identify, is embraced and feels a sense of belonging and knows that even throughout challenges or setbacks, they belong and they can win. That is the power. That is the truth. Use your voice. It is valuable and it deserves to be heard. That's a part of equity and inclusivity demonstrated within the workplace.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth Be Told with DT and Tellez weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
So, I have a question for all you guys out there. Why is it that I see you hauling all kinds of stuff in your trucks? Lumber, ATVs, furniture, and everything is strapped down tight. Except you. I mean, come on, fellas. You're just as important as your buddy's blue plaid sofa. Buckle up.
Pickups rock. They also roll. Buckle up in your truck and arrive alive. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
You are listening to The Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Do you know what it is, Truth Nation?
Yeah.
It's Hometown Thursdays, hosted by your boy Benjamin.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta keep that where it's at.
These days I'm all about the check.
1017 The Truth, Tori Lowe Show. Hey, look, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on forgiveness.
I mean, again, hey, it's intentional. It's a decision. It gives you the power back to move forward, to let go of the resentment, the anger, the bitterness, and the grudges that you hold. It frees you. It frees you, and it releases them. Again, it is what it is until it ain't, and when it ain't, it's no longer your problem. So, love and let live, and we're going to keep it moving, King.
Hey,
one day at a time.
Hey, look, we talk about unity, we talk about moving forward, we talking about progress. Well, we got to work together, and we got to make sure we don't have any animosity or any type of hatred in our souls for each other, because if we going to get out of this, it's going to take everybody to work together.
No doubt. And those of us that understand the plan, and the plan was for us to hate each other. So now we got to do that in reverse, because we was taught in reverse.
Right.
So love thy brother. And we building, King, one day at a time. We both trying it out here. Let's get it.
Hey, look, I appreciate you for tapping in. I appreciate you for being on these front lines. Hey, look, another powerful conversation, another idea that we got to talk about to move forward, to create progress for our communities. And look, it ain't easy, but it can be done.
We about that action, though.
Hey.
No doubt, we about that action. Let's get it.
All right, Queen. I'll talk to you soon. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Tori Lowe from 104. Let's get it.
All right, Truth Nation. Thank you for chiming in. Look, join me tomorrow for another great discussion. Look, be safe. And Dr. Ken Harris is up next.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
I'm glad this radio station is doing so well. I'm grateful for you, Mel, because ever since Monday, I've been like looking at the lights going, you know what I mean? You guys are developing into your own character, your own person. I just wish you had more than an hour.
Listen to Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks, weekdays from noon to 1 on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
This is 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris, and the time is now, Milwaukee. You know, perspective is essential. What I found is the news behind the news is more important. I want you to leave my show with a sense of knowing what was missing that adds depth to the conversation. Tune in Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth app, or 1017thetruth.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 in the morning, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.